Artlist.io.
Hey, ladies.
Hello, hello.
How y'all been?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm at work. So my background looks different.
On this Good Friday night. It's Friday, right?
Yes, it's Friday.
Right, that part. It's Friday, right? Hopefully. Do I have to wake up? Do I have to turn my alarm on tomorrow?
Oh. Turn it off.
Don't even make a noise.
Seriously, I'm glad when that happens. I'm on 7 days a week right now. 7 days until the end of March. 12-hour days. So, but I'm excited. We have a exciting show today.
Big night, you guys.
It
I feel like we should
is.
have had like a commercial. What is it like a
Infomercial?
curtain called?
Curtain?
We have you know what it's reminding me of? Keenan and Kel. When they came out and they're standing in front of the curtain and they said, "We got a great show for you guys," and then they get the skit. We should have done that.
That would be cool. We have to do that. So welcome. So tonight, like I said, we have an exciting night. We're gonna reconnect and kind of just talk and just get the vibes going. If you're watching, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Follow one of the ladies at the bottom right here and catch us on our live. Man, so we're gonna just kind of reintroduce ourselves. Cece, you go first.
Hello, everyone. I'm on here, but I'm also on mine, so y'all know me. But I am Kim Couture, solo RVer plus Merlot, with a 9 to 5 and a million hobbies.
Wow. Okay. And all right. So, Alexis, you want to go next?
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, y'all. So I am Alexis, or as everybody knows, the Wells family. The part of Rollin With My Sistas that I am a full-time wife, mother, full-time student. I work a full-time job in the medical field. We homeschool, and we are doing RV life with our babies. So that's what we do over here. Oh wait, hold on.
There we go. Okay, and I'm Amber. I am the empty nester of the group. My kids are adults, and my husband retired from the Air Force about 4 years ago now, 5 years ago, 2021, he retired. And we decided, let's travel the country that we served and never really got a chance to take advantage of. So we travel in our travel trailer, and we work camp across the country. But starting in 2 months, we'll be in RV school to start our own mobile RV business and traveling on our dime and on our time.
Period.
So,
oh, that's a new slogan.
Yeah, you've got a lot.
On our time.
There you go. So, Alexis, you want to acknowledge any new viewers and kind of get the energy going?
Say it one more time. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said you want to acknowledge any viewers or anything like that?
Oh, y'all. I don't know who we got on here yet, but I just want to say hey and welcome.
Your Facebook has some people on it.
Oh, hold on, let me click on that.
It'll pop up it should pop up in the chat, but my daughter just texted me saying she's watching us. Hey, baby girl.
Welcome everybody, especially if you are on Facebook and you are following the group or you follow me. I want y'all to follow my sisters as well. I met these wonderful ladies. Almost about to be a year now since we all started doing it. It's literally coming up on a year. That is crazy.
It's been a year.
Yes.
It's been a year. Yes,
oh,
it's been a year.
God. It has.
You need to do a year anniversary.
We do. Can't believe it's been a year, but this year we're actually taking it more serious. We're really going to be more intentional. And the first year we were filling it out, but we're seeing where we really need, like, people really wanting this and they're really interested in everything. And I really think this can be a whole movement.
It will be. It will be. We got this.
I'm gonna call that. Go ahead, call that.
All right. We get to go. Are we ready for me? Is it my hour?
It is. It is.
Okay, guys, so we have two guests that I'm so excited to introduce and bring on and let them tell you their story and who they are and what they're about. Um, Two women, of course, because we are sisters, like if you're new here.
There we
Um,
go.
and so I want to introduce our first remarkable woman, Kiki, who is a solo RVer, and you'll know her screen name. I wish I memorize it. Rollin. Oh, there we go. Rolling Solo RV. Kiki, welcome.
Welcome.
Hey, Kiki.
Where's the sound? Where's the sound?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Me.
Oh, you're
So
muted.
welcome.
You can
Hello.
you're muted.
I wonder if it would be better if I show you guys my screen.
There you go. Oh, you just muted yourself again.
It's like Zoom calls. Mute, unmute, mute.
There we are.
There we
Yay.
go. Hi.
Welcome, welcome, Kiki. Tell us a
Welcome.
little bit about yourself.
Katie, CC, Amber, and Alexis.
Yes.
Yay, I did it. So, yeah, I'd like to introduce myself to not only you ladies, but all of your followers and minds if they're making their way to the live. I am Kiki. As they said, I am a solo RVer. I am in the construction industry. So, when I began in my trade, I always wanted to be on the road. And at that time, I was married, and my spouse had wanted no parts of it. So, unfortunately, when the relationship ended, I was like, why don't I go by myself? So I literally packed up my life, sold everything, bought an RV, and me and my cats are traveling the country, just pulling up wherever we want to, whenever the mood strikes us. And one thing that we found out very quickly, it gets very lonely on the road, and there aren't people that look like you. So when I came across you ladies, it was like water in a desert. I was like, oh my God, let me follow her, and then follow her, and follow her, and follow her. So like literally, I've been like the community that I'm following is has grown, and it's just given me a peace of mind and to be like, I'm not doing this alone. There's people that come across the same issues that I'm going to come across, and I just want to thank you ladies for your brainchild and allowing it to grow, and I am really excited to see where it goes. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Of
you for being here.
course.
Yay.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Kiki.
We're going to bring you
Resonate
right
with your
back.
story. Oh, we're taking them off.
I'm going to take her off so that way Deidre can come on, and then we'll bring both of them back.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you. Sorry.
Wait a second. All right, let's get Deirdre up.
Okay. Next up, we have Deirdre. Deirdre Stained Glass Retreat. I also call her my lock goals because her locks are just. It's no words. Every time I see her on live, I immediately am like, "You are my lock goals." But she also has an amazing story, amazing background. So Deidre, welcome.
Thank you, ladies. I appreciate y'all so much for having me. My name is
Oh, we can't
Deirdre.
see you.
Say it again. You can't see me?
Oh, ma'am. That's those gorgeous locks that she just had. She just said, oh, whew, they are beautiful, though. They are. I wish I could grow locks.
You can't. Can you see me okay?
No, I
No.
can't.
No, we can.
Oh, man. How about now? No.
No.
It has me, my camera on. Let me see. Oh.
There we go.
There we
Yay.
go.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Wrong way. Uh,
I know it takes some getting used to. Restream is not very user friendly.
can you see me now?
Yes, we can see you. Can you see us?
Yes, I can see y'all.
Okay. We see you.
It keeps saying it's front camera device unexpectedly stopped. Let me turn my phone around and see if I can just. use my back camera maybe.
We can see
It,
you
it,
perfectly.
I see you just fine.
Yeah, I was about to say me too.
All right, well, if y'all can't see me, let me know. I'll try to turn it around. I think it's something going on with my camera. But my name is Deirdre. I am a full-time RV teenage girl. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia originally, and I live right in the city where all the hustle and bustle of city life. I've been in the hospitality industry for over 13 years and now in the travel industry. And I was just over Atlanta. I was burnt out. I wanted to be able to slow life down, just work on my mental health. And so when I had the opportunity to sell, I sold and went and bought 14 and a half acres of land. I bought an RV, a fifth wheel, um, and I dragged my two children out, and now we live in the woods. I started in an RV park for a year, first year, just to get acclimated to the lifestyle. But now
Hmm.
we are, what we say, Camp Couture, we are off grid to lit.
Off grid to lit.
I am partially off grid, but we're making strides, and I'm super excited to be amongst other women of color, my sisters now, and thank you all for having me. And just excited about what journey my life is about to embark upon because I just actually cleared some land yesterday, so or Tuesday. So I'm super
Okay.
excited, and I'm super excited y'all invited me here, so that I can be amongst people because I too was a part of your crazy crew because you're jumping out here like, are you impulsive or what are you doing? Are you like? It's just been crazy. So I appreciate y'all for having me here because I can now talk amongst people that understand the lifestyle, can get some pointers, and I can share my experience as well. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Of
You're
course.
welcome.
Thank you for joining.
Yes, thank you. Let me bring back up Kiki, and we're gonna get into some discussion tonight. We got some good topics to talk about here. So, real quick, Deirdre, though, I wanted to ask why is your name Stained Glass Retreat? Like, was there any type of meaning behind that?
So the how I came upon that name is just like trying to guess and guess and guess. My goal is to open a glamping retreat so that you can really just get like for
Oh,
me being in Alabama, being in the woods, it's allowed me an opportunity to just unplug from life and slow
yeah.
down. And when I was thinking of a name of how I would want to brand my camp retreat, I thought about like my life and I thought about like how I used to sit in church and I would just stare out the window, the stained glass windows. And
Mm-hmm.
my godmother, she not arrested me, she adopted me. And when I was like one of the broken parts of my life, but when she put me back to stained glass, once you shine the light through it, it still shines bright, it's still colorful. So I'm like, if you feel like you just need a break and you broken and I've been there, I'm putting myself back together and I'm building my life the way that I want it to be. And I'm, getting my daughters to see it. So it's colorful, it's bright, it feels good. The sun, I'm so happy the sun is shining. So that's how we got there.
Okay,
Nice
I
to
love
meet
it. I love that motivation. I love that. It's a powerful message, and that's one thing about rolling with my sisters. We try to show positivity, shine a positive light on our life. People that aren't a part of it sometimes don't understand it, and that's what I like about each one of us, the three of us for sure, is the fact that we show a different aspect of RV life to everyone. So it's not always
Cut first.
it's yeah, it's variety. It's showing how everybody makes this lifestyle adaptable. And I fell in love with Cece's
Cut first, lady.
content because of how she just makes it look so freaking sexy. Like it's so beautiful, and it's just like I'm like I even I tried to even film like her, and I'm like, how does she do it? I cannot do it. It just looks like she makes it so beautiful and it's so crafted. And then Alexis, like I have kids, didn't raise them as as little ones in an RV. I don't know if I could do it. Like I'm seeing how she's doing. I'm like I know how my kids were. I don't know how you could raise kids in an RV, and it's great, crazy, and amazing to see everything that she does. And so, and with me and my husband, is like with us being empty nesters, we're not quite retirement age, so it's like kind of interesting seeing people doing it our age that do have kids, but also don't have grandkids yet. So we're like, I always joke with my husband. I'm like, we're like the 20-year-olds right now. Like we're wild at our age because our kids are grown and we can now focus on us and all that type of stuff. So all of our stuff that we did in our 20s, we can now do it. We couldn't do in our 20s. Just say we could do in our 40s. So the mission of our group though is really just to bring community. That's how each one of y'all, like both of you ladies, found us, is probably through something that one of our pages did, and we're just looking to build community, because representation is very important and everything like that. So
Perfect segue into your no, you're good. Well, actually, you're good. It's just pausing a little bit, Deirdre.
for me,
No, Deirdre just texted me.
okay,
Um, but yeah, perfect segue into your next point, Amber, of name, RV style, and one thing that you love and learn. So I love that you originally had started stating your tagline. Like I know I do mine in my videos, but I would love to hear what everyone's what you would define your camper style as. And again, tell everybody your name. I'm on my TikTok because my TikTok won't connect. But tell everybody your screen name again and what your RV tagline would be. Like what explains your style?
get you ladies have Deirdre or
Oh,
Kiki. Y'all get to go first. Y'all are guests.
I okay. So my tag, like, my name is Kiki. My social media is Rollin Solo RV. I guess my current RV style is cat palace. Like, I spoil my cats so bad, and everybody I let in here, they was like, "So you basically have a bed where your cats like take over everything else?" I'm like, pretty much. So when I say like there isn't a place in here that's just me, but probably just my bed. So I'd like to eventually get a bigger rig. I'm going for a toy hauler next because I'm gonna separate them and the toy hauler part, and then I'll for the rig.
Yeah.
But when I do, I am definitely gonna be taking some Camp Couture stuff and be like, "Ooh, let me just
Fine.
jazz this up." So yeah, I am definitely gonna be looking for tips and tricks.
It might help us guys if each one if we mute. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
Mute
figure
while
out
this person
I don't
talking.
know.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. All right,
yeah.
who's
And if
next?
you're on your laptop, if you just hit M, it's quick and it unmutes, so you don't have to like do much. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right.
Can you all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Ooh, that thing was gonna drive me crazy. It kept flashing on and off on me. I was like, I gotta get right. I can't come on this show with the glitch. To answer y'all's question, you said the RV style, right? For me, I would like to not be the invasive mom, but my style was basically sharing the journey of how I was able to convince my children to just join me on my journey and just get their why. So I am the RV mom. I think this summer they would kind of get more into it, especially that my daughter has her little four-wheeler. They want to help me like build a tiny house. They want to help with my sugar shack. So I've kind of got their buy-in now because there's honestly there are two teenage girls sharing a room in the RV, and they're like "Row" at each other. So, but basically, my journey with sharing my RV lifestyle is basically just showing how I'm going from living in an RV to building on my land and just building legacy for my children. Um,
Cucumber.
I've been kind of hibernating, to be completely honest, but I'm excited that the sun is starting to break and I can get to share more of my journey with that and just navigating. My daughter just sat in the car last week and she was like, "Did you ever think we would be here?" Like, especially coming from the city of Atlanta, like you hear police sirens, ambulance, club music to hearing what is that? Like, is it a deer? Is it a cow? I don't know. But that's basically, you know, I don't like to force it on them, but just especially when you're a mom and you're out here doing it alone, when you sometimes feel alone. Um, and now that I'm kind of getting more of their buy-in, then they'll kind of see like you can do it if you have teenagers. Like they wasn't for it at first. I had to use Mother's Day as a way to get them to even come and look at RVs for me, and they were like, "Oh, that's not too bad." And then to get them to really get comfortable with it, I think that the fifth wheel did it for them. So, and I'm glad I did because we came from a house to an RV, you know. Now they're like, we need our own room. What about that double wide? So that's a whole nother story. But basically, just sharing it with motherhood and navigating. I do work from home, so I get to be there with them, and I'm just excited to get more active on my land. I went from off grid to lit, and I'm ready to just add my canvas bell tents and start creating that community where people can actually come and unplug.
I love that. Oh my God, yes.
Yes, that is a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that.
Perfect. We've got two great backgrounds, two great taglines,
Love
really
it.
giving us an idea of what you guys are into and why what your purpose is for doing it. So that's exciting. Do we want to share ours or we want to move on?
Hold on, give me 1 second. One of you ladies want to go real quick? I have to fix something real quick on my back end.
Sure. So I'm Camp Couture. My brand is romanticizing the camping experience. So most of my content, aside from the hobbies that I like getting into on the side, is just how I balance my 9 to 5 while living in an RV. That's my romanticizing factor. I work in construction. I'm surrounded by men in construction all the time, but I enjoy what I do because I get to support small, local, and diverse businesses. And then this has become my piece. So being able to create something that feels like me outside of working in construction all day has been what Amber would say sexy, but it's just this is what I get to come home to every single day after being in a construction industry where I see this like TikTok all the time where people like when people tell you at work this is not a fashion show. I work with older men all day long. I'm gonna put these heels on and this suit on, and I'm gonna wear what I want to wear, and then I get to come back to my camper that feels just like me, and it's just different things and the antique, and I like the wallpaper, and I just like decorating, and then I get to pull it to wherever I need to go next. So like my brand is just showing that you can still have that lifestyle that I lived when I was in a luxury apartment, that lifestyle I lived when I was with someone and living in a house, to now living in my RV and doing that same exact thing. And through all those times, I was working the same job. So still showing that I went through three different housing situations and still working the same job, and it just flows. So that is my romanticizing the camping experience because we do it all the time. We do it with our homes, we do it with our apartments, any lifestyle that we choose to live, we still want that peace and work life balance type feeling. And I've always wanted to make wherever I'm living be that same peace. So why not do that in an RV too?
Beautiful.
It's an amazing story. I love all of our stories. They're all very unique, very different, very empowering though. That's one thing I love about everything is very empowering. We lift up each other. We encourage each other and kind of like help each other out inadvertently. Don't even realize it sometimes. You hear someone's story and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. I'm going to try it or whatnot. So for me, like I've kind of already talked about us doing our empty nesters, but I'm a former Air Force vet. Well, I'm not a former Air Force vet. I was in the Air Force, and so therefore I'm a veteran. And my husband is Air Force as well. He did 20 years. I did about 4. And we did not meet in the Air Force, but we have known each other for some time. And I used to be a truck driver before I started RV life, and I really started traveling the country, the U.S. I've been out of the country, been on cruises and stuff like that, but I've never really traveled our own country, and neither has he. Like he's been places for the military, but he's never been like able to truly explore. So when I was in my truck one time, we were out west, and we went down the 101 in California from Oregon, and he immediately fell in love with that scenery. He saw the RVs just parked on the beach, and we had talked about doing an RV life. I'm like, if we can live in a truck, like a semi, it's just like bunk beds and like a little bit of space behind the passenger and the driver's seat, we can make it in an RV. So we started looking, his first mentality was like, oh, I don't want to live in an RV. I got a house. What I need to live in an RV for? But then we started really traveling. I'm like, babe, look, we can get an RV. We can just post up here for however long we need. We can come. We get tired of one place. We can travel. We can do whatever. I said it's almost like trucking, but instead of it, being work, it's actually like more leisure. So that's where our tagline is more so, probably, I can't even remember my own tagline. Exploring the country we so proudly served, because we're proud about our service to the country, and it's like now we need to explore it and see it, and everything, because we want to travel more before we become grandparents, because once we become grandparents, of course we're going to be a lot more hands on. We still can do RV life, but we won't be able to travel as swiftly because we want to be with our grandkids. Not none of my kids that are watching. I don't want to be a grandparent anytime soon. This is just just saying. Like, I don't want to be. I told you 50. Give me 6 more years, and then we can discuss it. But that's me. So
That's beautiful.
Well, I'm Alexis, but we go as the Wells family. I'm a boy mom through and through at this point. Everybody that lives in this RV is a boy except my dog. So it's me and my dog. So I have no no other female in the house with me. So like this is a boy house. And I just go with the flow at this point. It's like even like if you're my toddler wake up and got some type of little issues going on, I'll just be like, yeah, you gotta go to your daddy about that. But we started with the RV. Long story, and I already like the vibe of y'all. Y'all are really sweet. I just bought 10 acres, so I most definitely need some advice. um, so it's going on 2 years now that my mom passed. Me and my husband we had like a little small little travel trailer that we'll take trips in, and we thought about doing it full time, but we knew with my mom's condition we wasn't gonna be able to do it. So we kind of like set it to the side, took care of mom until she passed. And then once she passes, like everything kind of went downhill for us. Our apartment flooded after Thanksgiving, and we like brand new furniture we just bought, everything got ruined. So it's like maybe this is a sign for us to actually take it serious and go ahead and take the step to get the RV. And I mean, as soon as we got the RV, it's like everything just started playing the position. We got the RV. My husband's first job was work camping with the RV, so that helped us out tremendously to get us started. And then with our job, we started traveling with the medical field, and that's how we've been going state to state. Um, people got so much to say, especially because we got young kids. My boys are 7 and 3. Oh, you're gonna put them in a little small RV. They're not gonna have room to grow. How they gonna play and make friends and this and that. My kids have made more friends than my baby had made when he was in public school. My 3-year-old, I just keep saying, dang, this boy been to most states than I have, and he's only 3. So it's the joy that I'm getting seeing them get excited every time we go somewhere new, or like they go outside and they see other kids and not shy to go up to those kids and be like, hey, you want to play? Because I know me, even being in public school, I was still shy and I play all type of sports. So just seeing that and knowing like when we go out in public, they not afraid to go up to the next kid and see if they want to like interact with them. So I feel like everybody, the stereotype, that's why I love that we got this started, of black people period can't do this type of stuff, but look at what we accomplished. Like RV life can be expensive or it can be cheap if you make it cheap, but it's so much building blocks that you can do for it. Our goal was to get our RV and get some land, and we did that in a year now. So that's my brand. That's what we got going on. And I'm grateful for Amber and Cece because they listen to me when I'm ready to cry about being grieving. So I hope that y'all are excited to join the group and just join our sisterhood.
Thank you. Good job. Good job.
yes, and Alexis, I've told you this before. I feel you on that. I lost my mom. It's gonna be 16 years ago, so I understand that pain. It never goes away. So that we bonded off of that. I think first that was like the first thing we bonded off of. Outside of your husband was work camping and everything, and you guys were asking questions and everything like that. But so I feel you on that, and that's truly what the sisterhood is about. It's truly about being sisters. Like we there, like we're there for each other. The ups and the downs and the highs and the lows, and with no judgment. I can say honestly, between Cece and Alexis, have we had any issues between each other? Like, have we had any drama?
No.
No, because we're grown women. We say what we have to say. We're not disrespectful to each other. We respect each other, and you know, we communicate
Yeah,
positively. You know
that's
what I
the big thing.
mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean? we honestly that, and that's what I think that, bless you. And I think
Sorry.
that's what makes, huh?
Thank you.
Oh,
I forgot I wasn't on mute.
okay. But I think that's what makes our group unique is the fact that we truly respect each other and we respect everybody's values and what they have to offer. So that's what this is about. So I thank you, ladies, again for being here because, like I said, you're our first guest,
Yes.
and
Right, right.
and we're really looking to really grow in the community. So hopefully one day we might have 30 sisters with Rollin My Sisters, and we could all be. No, she's like,
You know
she's
how I
like,
do. You know how I am with
no,
people.
I know,
A little bit too
I
much. A
know.
little bit too much.
No,
Too
but
much.
I'm just saying, like maybe like in a community, like where we have like like meetups and camp outs and like on somebody's land, and come. So they're
Right.
just you're muted. You're muted. Hit
Okay,
M.
there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, come on, look, Cece, I can call you Cece, huh?
Yeah.
Cece got her lane, honey. She already done claimed her spot.
No. Every time she's on live, I'm like, let me tell everybody about my space.
I'm like, come on, honey, come on. I would love that though. I cannot wait
Yeah.
until I have
Right.
the opportunity to just be amongst people that really get it, you know? And that
Mm-hmm.
was one of the things where I'm so glad that I'm where I'm at because I'm able to like block distraction of people like well, why did you choose to move there and why Alabama and why RV and are same questions, and your girl's gonna like that. My daughter learned how to fish living in Alabama.
Yes.
We didn't
Oh, we
have no
had
lakes around
someone part of
here.
Alabama we're in.
Say it again.
We had someone ask what part of Alabama were you in?
Eastern Alabama.
Eastern.
Yeah, so she learned how to fish. She's riding four wheelers to Dollar General. Um, she go get her snacks with a little backpack on, and they just get to explore. Like, and so when you said that, Alexis, I'm like, yes, they are exploring. I would rather see kids outside having a
Mm-hmm.
good time. Like, I see it so much more in that lifestyle than I do in the neighborhood with the house.
Yep.
Like, they stuck
Exactly.
in the house. They don't want to go outside and play. Oh my God, the dirt. Man, please, my child come outside and it's TMI. But it'd be like, I live in the woods, honey. I'm coming outside. I'm outside. Look, I'm outside, mama. You know what I'm
Take a squat.
saying? So it's like, I love that for your children. Like,
Thank you.
I love that.
That's awesome.
I had made a post on my profile saying that I am Black history. Living this life is a form of Black history. So I want to say all of us are doing that just by us sharing our journey. You just don't know what woman or person that looks like us this like maybe like, hey, wait, that may be a way for me to get out of this rat race and stop with these rent prices and
Exactly.
not my kids not being safe, or even someone like myself be like, well, I'm scared, I'm gonna be on the road by myself. Yeah, but I can't tell you how many times I've been in the bed like in tears, like I'm so grateful I took that leap. When they say
Mhm.
it's really the biggest growth is on the other side of that fear, I am so glad I did it. And thank you guys, because we are doing that. We're pushing that needle forward and getting it that just you can't be what you don't see, right? So just us living that is such a great thing. So especially this month, we are doing it, ladies. So congratulations to us all.
I love that, Kiki. I love how you put that.
And
I
Right.
love
speaking of Black History Month, on my Instagram, I am doing a series of Black History uh, inventors, or Black inventors, I should say, that have contributed to the camping RV life. It might not have been directly, but they have invented something that was for that we use in RV life. Like right today is it's about the computer and how it helped remote workers, and RVers usually there's a lot of remote workers. So that's just putting that out there. Go follow me on Instagram to check out that series. It's going to be 28 days of inventors, of every single inventor that I can find that has something to do. Like, there's one I learned about that created a folding cabinet. It was a cabinet, but it opens up into like a bed. I'm like, what? What's that? Like, what's that about? Like, I want to see that. Like, so I just had to throw that out there since it is Black History Month. Hello, Black History Month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love the way you put that.
So,
Okay. I'm going off your thing, Amber. So
We're at the
when you
follow us and join the movement, and then we're gonna go into topics.
Okay, great. All right, so we're going to get into our topics of the evening, but I just want to remind everybody to follow everyone on the screen. I don't know if we have
I'm trying
a
to. I have to just. I have to do it because for some reason the names they disappeared. That's why I was trying to fix when I said hold on, keep talking because I'm trying to fix something. I'm gonna put everybody's
gotcha.
name up here real quick. We got Alexis, the Wells family, um, Amber the
I'll
Veteran
make sure y'all.
Nomads, CC Camp Couture. We have Kiki Rollin Solo RV, and she's on IG. And we have Deirdre. And I forgot to put she's on TikTok. Stained glasses on TikTok.
So yeah,
Everyone else
follow.
is on. Well, yep. Go ahead. Sorry,
Okay.
Cece.
Yeah, so follow everyone up here, but also remember that Rolling with My Sisters has an Instagram, TikTok, and our Facebook group. Our Facebook group name is the same, right? Or did we change it
It's
yet?
Black Sisters rolling. It
Black
wouldn't let me
sister
do lower.
Roland, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Black
If you
Sisters Rolling on Facebook, and then Rolling with My Sisters on other platforms. So make sure you follow everyone in this group, but also follow our collective group because when we start adding our new sisters, you'll see them on there as well.
yes, for sure, for sure. So we have some great topics tonight that I think that it's going to resonate with a lot of you ladies, those that are watching. So if you have any comments or questions, make sure you drop those and we can try to address those as we're talking. I'm going to go ahead and take over topic one because I did ask a lot of people. People have asked about route planning and how do you handle life as an empty nester. I'm going to tackle the empty nester one because I feel like I'm the only one in the group that's empty nester right now. So I don't really. It's really hard to say because my kids didn't grow up in the RV with us, and I'm used to being going, traveling, being a trucker, and all that stuff. So it wasn't too much of an adjustment. I think right now it's harder because my kids are like kind of spread out everywhere, whereas before they were centrally located. But since they've grown up, they've kind of like spread out. Like my son's in Utah, my two daughters are in Florida, my one daughter was in Texas, and we were in Michigan at the time. It's really just it's cool because my son came to visit us in Michigan. My daughter was living with us like as an adult for a little while, so she could figure out what she wanted to do with life. And I would just say it's since we started this life, we were already empty nesters in a sense, not 100%, but our kids were old enough where they weren't really like on the road with us like that. And my husband, like me and my husband, we don't have kids together, so we have four between the two of us. I have three from my first marriage, and then my my husband has one from his previous marriage. And so, but our kids are like so staggered close together. Like his son is 23, my daughter's 22, my son is about to be 21, and then my youngest is about to be 20. So it's like everybody's like bang, 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 bang. So it's just adjusting because like now they're in that phase of they want to travel, they want to do things, they want to live their life and everything. And I say it's kind of hard for us because it's like we get to like RV parks and we see everybody with their kids and they're like, dang, that would be cool. Like, why didn't we do this with our kids and everything? And like what Alexa said earlier, where like people talk about homeschooling and they're not really doing anything, they're in such confined spaces. And I'm like, first of all, we have a house that we actually rent out in Florida. And in that neighborhood, I can count on one hand how many times I've seen kids outside. I go to every RV park. There are kids outside playing, no matter what. Like the people, like I was activities director at our first work camping job at a Jellystone. Kids used to want to play in my yard because I was activities coordinator. I ain't have no kids. I'm like, I don't have no toys over here. Why are you in my yard? Like, I understand Miss Amber is over here, and I'm like, but I'm off work, see, like the kids just they want to play, they want to, and on the campground, I guess they feel safer, which is weird because it's like you have people coming in and out. It's not like a neighborhood where you can confine them to a backyard. Like you got people in and out, but it's like it is a sense of safety that you kind of have when it comes to that. Of course, you still got to watch and everything like that, but it's like where you can see, like you kind of get to know other parents. You kind of so that camaraderie I miss, and I wish my kids did have that experience. So I would say that part for the empty nester is it's really nothing an adjustment for us. It's just now realizing that we don't have little kids anymore, so we are just trying to live life now, figure out what we want to do in life. Because before we were living for our kids, and now it's like, well, now our kids are taking care of themselves. Of course, we're always going to be there, but now it's like, what do we want to do in life? We, we're still rather young, for us to be empty nesters, and so a lot of people look at us and like, your husband's retired. I'm like, yeah, he retired at 42. So yeah, he's retired. He's retired Air Force. He did 20 years. He served his time. So he doesn't have to get a career if he doesn't want to. He can just. That's why we do work camp. And he did 20 years of a career. So like he doesn't have to do a job. That's why I love work camping. So that part, and then the route planning. It's almost like I used to get into the actual route planning, believe it or not, but then it's like, you know what? We leave out tomorrow. Okay, well, I guess we need to figure out what tomorrow's stop is going to be. And I use a mixture of places. We use Harvest Host, we use Cracker Barrels. If we really need connections, we will stop at an RV park. But if it's overnight, I really don't want to spend $30 and $40 for a spot to plug up to. So we also time at the time of the year too, because unless we get a stronger generator or get a soft start on our AC, we need to make sure we're stopping in places we don't need AC. But we actually enjoy. We stop in rest areas as long as we don't take parking from truckers. But I use a few apps, like Harvest Host. RV Life is like the RV GPS, and you can put in your gas or your fuel to kind of tell you how, like, when you need to stop. It routes you safely. And then I also use Passport America, which is like 50% off the camping for like 1 or 2 nights. So those are like just little, and those are all in my bio. If you follow me, they're on my bio. You can, sign up for them. But those are just great tools that we use for route planning. We try to stick to driving no more than 250 miles in a day. Like, we try not to, unless we absolutely have to. We try to arrive somewhere. I like to get up at like 7 in the morning and be done driving by like 2 in the afternoon. Because believe it or not, travel days are long and hectic. And even though you're driving, you're exhausted by the end of the day. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why that it is like that. I don't know if you ladies feel that too. If you get tired of driving, when you're done driving, you're just like exhausted at the end of the day.
I get like that without the camper.
Right, I was just about to say,
If
I,
I'm
I
driving
got
on
my
the
RV with no truck, and I'll be like, I drove 2 hours today, and I'm like over the road. So I can imagine what it's like when I finally get to a point where I'm able to explore. I don't even know if I want to drive that big old thing though. It's so huge. I don't think. And then I would have to
Yeah,
have at least a 250, and those are expensive. So
yeah.
I'm
You
like,
don't
I
need.
don't know. This might
Girl,
be
I'll
a
be
good
like
property.
butter with my 150. I wish Ford would go ahead and sponsor me, because I be telling everybody you don't need the 250.
Listen, that one commercial you did, and I'm claiming the commercial because that's what it was when you did that Ford. That
Oh
man, that
yeah.
was hot. That one was hot.
They tried to get this girl not to get a Ford, and I'm like, here's mine. So stop lying to this girl. If you don't really know trucks and you just want to talk mess, that's one thing. But lying to her is a whole other thing when I'm doing it.
Yeah, we actually, believe it or not, my husband, where we work out at the oil fields, we see a lot of pickup trucks come through. The guys, big huge trucks that have like the extra gas, like diesel tanks on the back. But one guy had like a F250 diesel, and because we're talking about, if we did upgrade, we do want to upgrade to a fifth wheel, and the one we want, we would have to do a 250 because it's like, it weighs like 14,000 pounds, and that's max weight. I think like it's 12,000 like
Yeah.
dry, but we want that patio on the back, and so that's what we're looking at. And of course, it's not anytime soon because we just upgraded to this one like a year ago, so we're not anytime soon. But we definitely have to upgrade our truck. So we're looking at trucks, and my son, if he's watching, I'm probably gonna get a text that, no, mommy, better not get a Ford. He's GMC. He works at a GMC dealership in Utah. He's a car sales.
Again.
So, but yeah, so as I mean, hey, I'm open to anyone. I don't have any one particular vehicle that I'm like, ill, I'm not going to drive it. Like, my husband's a Dodge. He loves Dodge. He had a Dodge Charger, that type of stuff. I've had a Nissan Sentra, a Nissan Pathfinder, now a Nissan Titan. I just like Nissan because I haven't had any issues. And when we were overseas, Nissans were the cheaper the cars. Like, they don't have Fords. I mean, they have Fords overseas, but they're not like pickup trucks. You get like a Ford Fiat, not Ford Fiat, but a Ford Focus, like little tiny cars. They're not big over there. So I was always used to compact. So I never really thought about
We can't
trucks.
all be
So
built Ford
that's
tough. It's okay.
all right. So Alexis, did you want to go ahead and talk about like family with travel and
Oh
kids and
yes,
stuff
of
like that?
course. Let's get into it. Especially because we on Facebook tonight, and I wasn't on the last time. So if I touch some souls and some feelings, it is what it is. But yeah. So I think for me and like even like the other families that I like was watching before I started, because I wanted to kind of make sure it was like I don't know, I guess like a okay thing to do. But then I had to like think like why I guess thinking in my head being judged. That was my biggest thing. But I came out of that bubble and I was like, this my kids. I'm raising my kids. Y'all ain't raising them. So it's like it's what we want to do for our kids. And them traps, baby, my kids love well, they don't I'll be honest, they don't love being in the car no more, especially because we keep going back and forth to Texas right now. They get tired of the long drives, but they love when we stop because either we stopping to eat or like we like, okay, let's plan this and we gonna stop before we hit Texas and stop at another state and like go view something before. So they love that. And then being able to see like the different zoos. We try to go to all the zoos wherever we stop at. We try to go to like the children museums wherever we stop at. We try to make sure we do some type of well, all we can do is kid activities because it's only us. So we try to make sure we squeeze that in with them. Like traveling with my boys so far have not been bad. I freaking love it. We just took our Disney cruise and the little one, all he can talk about is Disney boat. He be saying Mickey boat. Mama, we do Mickey boat again. We do Mickey. I'm like, yep, we doing another one real soon. You just don't know. We going on another one. And to experience that with them, it was actually me and my husband first cruise too. So we don't know about other
Okay.
cruise boats, and we like, shoot, we love Disney. It was fun. And so the traveling part was good. Like the only thing that I can say is like starting to like hit me and my husband because yeah, we are still young and we like most of our time was dedicated to taking care of my mother and when I had my little cousin and growing our family, our beginning of our marriage. So we didn't get to really like explore so much, just us. And I would say that starting to hit us is the loneliness of kind of not having certain Facebook. Certain family members close anymore. We have a real small circle. Like we don't have much. It was like always us, my mom, it's my dad, it's my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my godmother, one of my uncles. Like our group always been real small. So like now we starting to feel it like, dang, we kind of miss these people. Like and I know y'all miss us because they call us every day and was like, dang, I just really want to see my grandbabies and my grandbabies this and that. But you can tell that they coming around now because even the older generation, they had opinions too when we first popped out with our RV. You know, everybody did. With the putting them in this type of space or y'all go pull them out of public school, y'all go travel with them and like y'all not gonna have nobody near y'all for help when in our reality we've been doing this on our own regardless. So what's make the difference with us now traveling in an RV doing it? So, but I give kudos because we got our little group. Our little group right there, always there. We call right now, they probably will catch a flight to come see us. So I'll say it been ups and it been kind of downs. I just feel like me and my husband need a date night, y'all. Oh my god, we haven't had a date, y'all. That's probably the hardest part. But I feel like once we like do go back home and settle on the land, everything that we dreamed of and we putting in all this work at the hospitals for is gonna come together because we ain't even gonna talk about the hospitals going to different states because we didn't had some problems
Mm,
just traveling, going to these different hospitals in these different states. Like we in the Midwest right now, so we Southern, so it's a different vibe up here. But everything else been real good. I would say the loneliness is starting to kick in a little bit, but I wouldn't trade this for nothing. Even when we do get our land, we still go take little trips here and there because we still gonna be traveling with our job. So
that's beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Alexis. I will say for some tips real quick for um for getting loneliness. see if there's do they have activities at your campground that y'all could do to kind
Yeah,
of
excuse me. They just haven't started back yet. We
okay,
they do kid activities because we had KOA, so they include kids and everything. They just haven't started back because the weather's still kind of cold. Like right now, we in the 30s again when we was just in the
okay,
70s. So,
okay,
Mm,
all right.
I'm trying to
Well, that
look
has
through.
to be a topic for the next show. Like, come up like how to get over that lonely life when because it does have we have our moments too. So,
mhm.
all right.
Not lonely, not loneliness for the kids,
I
for
don't
me
tell
and
my
my man.
no. I know that's what. No, I know. I
Man,
caught that. I caught that. I caught that. I
catch
know.
it.
It's like I understand what you mean.
I was trying
Yeah,
to
it's
look at
just
the
hard because
messages.
we have met great people. Like I told Amber and Cece, we met two great families when we was in Tennessee, and we still keep in touch with them to this day. And like the trustworthy that came from them, like our kids play with their kids. Like for my birthday, the mom and the older siblings, they actually watched our boys for us so we can go on a little date for my birthday because my sister came in town. But now it's like, dang, we got spoiled with that, and now we out here and we ain't got the same thing, and it's like. Yeah, man, y'all not watching my kids. But yeah, especially meeting other families, other moms too that's doing it. It'd be great when you can meet those other ladies too, because it helps out a lot.
Mm, I was looking through our lists, but I mean we can answer this question later unless you want to answer it now. But it's for Alexis. They're
Yeah.
wanting to know more about hospitals because they're nervous about that.
Like, are
Is
they
it hospital
working in the medical
travel?
field?
I don't
Um,
know.
is it hospitals while you're traveling full time that you're worried about, or is it working?
That'll take her a second to answer.
Yeah, because I can kind of go off both. I don't know if they talking about like visiting, like when they sick, different hospitals.
Traveling and going
I
to
think
hospital.
traveling. I think traveling.
So do they work in the medical field?
I'm
No.
guessing travel.
Um.
She said traveling.
Yeah. Like I
I'm
guess they're wanting to know
Like
like
how we?
get medical attention as they're living full time in an RV, but traveling full time as well. And how do they?
Oh. Okay, so if it's like the purpose to just like get a medical attention, I guess it's kind of like still normal if you'll go to the regular like ER and stuff like if you in your hometown. But like when it comes to like my kids, their home dentist and home doctor, I haven't changed none of that. It's still back in San Antonio. But we've been doing this we just made a year, and honestly, my kids have not been sick. So they regular wellness visits that you go do, really, I think it's for no reason. When we did do it, we don't do that. I would send my kids to the doctor's office when I know that they actually need to go. Or like if we need to go to the emergency room, that's what we'll do. Other than that, my baby's healthy. They on their vitamins still, nothing changed. They still play around other kids, but we just not in that like close contact with kids like they was in public school getting constantly sick. Now they did get sick when we came from the Disney boat because they was
Oh,
around a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
But it was flu season and all that. So we knew that was gonna happen. But yeah, so I never changed their doctors. Me and my husband still got the same doctor too. But if we need to go to like the regular doctor, we'll just find one in the state that we at, or we'll bring them to like the emergency room, the hospitals. Dentist,
Oh,
you bring your kids to the dentist like every 6 months, so they still got time for that. We just did it when we was in
I gotta
Texas.
step out. There's a train coming, and I step out because I'm afraid of derailment. So I'm gonna turn my camera that way so y'all can see it.
there. She said you answered it.
Okay, perfect.
I was
Thank
about
you.
to ask her other question, but she said you answered it.
Okay, because I was like, wait, so does she want to work or? Oh, look, I
No,
do see the train. That
That
train
is
is
cool.
close.
but you get that is flying.
Oh my god.
But no,
And
they're
it's two of them, right? It was
That
like
is
it's
one.
so
actually
One.
close.
resonating on my side though. My kids don't get sick either, so when we need to go back, we go back to our home state for those checkups. So yeah,
We do
yeah,
too.
y'all
Yeah.
y'all are doing the same thing. That seems to be the
Yeah,
way to go.
basically go back to because that's what all they medical record said, so they know everything about them. So we'll just take a trip back home if they really sick. Well, we'll get them checked out first, and then we'll take that trip back home.
That makes sense. Do y'all see this
It looked
train?
like it's shaking. Amber.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I'm on my
cool.
TikTok looking at it like that. It's going super fast.
And it is moving fast, really fast. I'll be scared too.
Yeah, because you got one thing derailed from that train, and she out of
Move
there.
out of there.
He's out of there.
I
I
wasn't
think
even
it's
thinking
two
Out
of
of
about
them
there.
too.
I would hate for
Like,
that to be on live.
right.
he said,
We
I'm
screaming,
out.
Amber! Amber, get out, go! We can't do nothing. All in different states.
Right.
Gosh, and I wonder if her husband is on the other side because don't they work at the same times but in different locations? They both checking out this train
Where my
like,
food at? Don't do that. What was the next? I know Amber doing her
I have no. Oh, here she's
Oh, there she
back.
goes.
there she go.
Yeah, that was intense. We were asking, is your husband on the other side of that train? Like, can he see it too when he's working? We can't hear you.
Does she have a mic on?
Yeah. There you go.
He works down 3 miles down the road in another guard shack, so he's
Oh,
farther away from the train tracks than I am. So yeah, I don't play when it comes to when it comes to that train. I was like, I don't play with the train. That thing derails. I need to be out of here.
yeah.
So
We saw it. I don't blame you because that was really close.
It
it's
was.
very close. I'm like, and this whole thing starts shaking. I'm like, nope. So sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're right on time. Going into the next section, we had some good questions for we got some questions about the hospital, so that was good.
Yeah.
Okay, so and now we're into the next, so the solo part.
Yep.
So first, I wanna thank you guys again for joining, and I've
Yes.
both followed your content. Um, Kiki, I also want to acknowledge your boldness because this is your debut. No one has seen your face.
Right.
No, no one has seen your face on any of your accounts. You do the AI and you show your truck and pulling your camper, and this is our first time we get to see your beautiful face. Like y'all seeing her and us seeing her happening on the same day.
Yes.
Exactly. Oh, and what she said in Black History Month. Yes.
And in Black History Month. We love that. We love it. The revolution will be televised. So you're gonna see my face today.
It's gonna be one of our lives.
No, and I love that. I not love not just your boldness in that, but boldness in sharing your how you got into the lifestyle and what that looks like. And so I wanted to thank you for that because something that I have never shared and never had on my account or given any really thought of sharing because you never know what your testimony is going to do for someone else and it's not your own. And so I want to thank you for that because I have never shared that I'm also divorced. So that is something that I'm like shaking now saying it. My content has never been about that. I've never felt the need to share it. I've always wanted to just share my romantic part of my camper life because I chose to do this. I
Right.
had all of my belongings, my dog, and I had a camper that I already owned. And I was like, I'm going to make this my own oasis, my own beauty. It's going to be something that I finally get to choose myself and show others what camping really means to me. Because I started off tent camping, but I already had the RV, it just wasn't remodeled. And you sharing that, my heart literally jumped because when I went to prayer service today, someone gave me a message that was going to lead to this conversation. And so when you said it, I was like, God has been speaking to me loud and
Count
clear all week. All
that.
week. When I say my sisters haven't even heard from me this week, God has been dealing with me, and it was for this conversation. So I want to thank you for your boldness and giving me the opportunity to just share that part. So
Oh, I am so internally honored. Like that
love
is
you.
so amazing. I have to say, I don't I can't have credit for anything. I really believe that I'm just being obedient, I'm being guided, and
You are.
I'm blindly following. Like one of my prayers I say, make me a vessel. Like I really want to do my purpose while I am here on this plane of existence. Like whatever that is. And one thing that I believe is my superpower, I like to get people to think about things in a different way or look at it in a different way or even try things that they've been scared of. Like so much of my life, even though like you see me here, so much of my life I shrunk myself and I hide, and I'm just like, oh, they say women are supposed to do this. And I know I said I'm in construction. I'm an actually electrician,
Mhm.
and not only am I an electrician, I'm licensed in 8 states right now. So
Yeah, that's
when
a
I
big deal,
let,
especially as a black woman. That's a big deal.
when
Yes.
I say that to myself, like I have to step beside myself, like, all right, sis, go off,
Yeah,
because I can't tell you every job site I go on is always what you here to clean. Oh, like no, I'm here to do. I run circles around all y'all, and I always have to remind myself I belong here. I belong in these spaces.
yeah,
One, not just one time over, 8 times over, and
yes,
Period.
I'm taking up space. I'm owning that, and if I in that space in my working world, if I can just share my journey and the things that I go through in that space, it's gonna make the woman or men or whoever comes behind me and gets inspired by me, it'll make their path that much easier. So I'm hoping to take that same thought process in this RV world, because when I say I'm a research person, like I've been researching this for at least 15 years. Like,
I did the same right before it started. I followed so many people. I was looking at everybody's content. I was like, one thing about me, I love hobbies, but I will research the mess out of that hobby before I even start. Like, I already have all the equipment. I ain't never done a day in my life, but I got everything I need before I start.
listen,
I had the camper. I wanted to remodel. I didn't have a truck yet. Purchased the truck that same year, completely restarted. And I was like, okay, well, I've already started remodeling it. Might as well live in it. And that was my first camper. And since then, well, being in construction, it just made sense to keep doing it because I'm
yep,
never really in the same space where between the 3 states that we do, you're in 8 states. But the 3 states that we do work in, where I'm like next week I'll be in a different part of Virginia. The week after that, I'm in North Carolina. The week after, like different areas, but it just started to make sense. But again, like your blessings are attached to your obedience.
yes,
And the 3 years I've been doing this, it has never been a forefront. It has never been anything that I cared about sharing. It's always been, I've done this before. I've lived in an apartment before. I lived in a house before. I could do this too. I don't need to share what got
right,
me here because I
right.
did it. I did. I bought the truck. I remodeled the camper. I decided to do that. My backstory
Yep,
was not important, but you sharing that today.
yeah.
When I say I was texting my sisters, like I am sweating because this is exactly what God wanted me to do, and I don't want to do it. And I was like, okay. And then when it got to my part, I was like, all right, here we go. Here we go. Rip the band-aid off. But I wanted to start with that only because my section is talking about being a solo RVer. Is it lonely or empowering? And I wanted to put that out there so we can get away from that narrative because you both have some exciting things going on in your life, and I don't want to attach solo RV with being lonely. Like
Right,
Deja, you have your whole glamping retreat coming, and
Exactly.
you're showing on live people clearing out the trees on your land. Like I love what I'll be at work at my desk watching your lives because one, I think we were on one live and you were talking about how you can get the grants, and I'm sitting there at my desk researching endangered plants, and I'm putting it in her chat like, get this plant, get this plant. And then when I saw your content on Instagram, I was like,
Oh,
she's an
she.
electrician. She's in the same industry that I'm in. So it's like I know that we're looked at that already as like, oh, they're solo RVers. It must be lonely, da da da. But we are all involved in some pretty amazing things. Alexis is also a travel agent. So I'm just like, yes, it does get lonely at times when it comes to family or when it comes to friends or
right,
relationships. We chose this lifestyle and we're enjoying it. So I just want to
yeah,
hear how
yes.
that looks both of y'all. Like what empowers you the most about the freedom in this lifestyle as a solo traveler?
Deidre, do you want to take this first?
Yeah, so that solo, that lonely thing, honey, it hits hard. But the one thing that I've been able to, and I'm not a Bible thumper, but I do believe in my God. And the one thing that
Mhm.
I had to understand was that I'm not actually alone because I was laying in the bed out in Alabama and it was super quiet. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Can y'all hear me okay?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. And I was laying there and I was waking up out of my sleep and I heard the spirit say, I will move mountains for you. So whenever
Mm,
I feel like I'm solo, I just pray because I know that I'm not by myself. Although I work from home, I'm a mom. I go pick them up for practice or drop them off or let them drive. But most of the times, I don't have any family out there. I don't have like a lot of friends out there because the people that I have met are married women. I mean, I'm not. I don't like to be too invasive in that lifestyle, but I'm not alone with that. But the thing that really like empowered me today was that I was even invited here. So as much as some people, I have a lady that follows me on TikTok, and she was able to share with me. She said, I haven't shared this with anybody else, but I just bought some land unseen. And she was so excited to be able to share that with me. And it made me feel good that they see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not getting no more land. So if that's what you want, and we just been talking like probably for a year, and I don't even think I've seen her face. I don't think I've even seen her face, but she's one of my like closest people. And Blue Wonder, if you on here, I just want to say, hey girl. But she always communicates with me, and she shared her journal with me about how her job has been racial profiling her, discriminated against her, but she was able still to just feeling that part made me feel good that she wanted to share that with me. And that was like, dang, we really like people like, girl, you doing it, you doing it, you doing it. Although they don't see the back part where, I might be like, what's next, God? What's next? How am I gonna do this? But he told me he was gonna move the mountain. So with that, I just try to battle that solo feeling, especially because my girls are busy. They're like, you're not cool, mom. You're really lame, so we can't hang with you. You need to make some friends and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, honey, I got God. We be all right.
Yeah.
We good. But I was so happy. Like, this empowered me that somebody even
I
thought
was
high
texting
enough for
you
me to
trying to
say,
figure
you
out how
know
to get you
what?
that car.
Come over here and come
Sorry.
roll with us, honey. Come roll with us, because we
Oh
already
my
know that
God.
we come roll with us. So that really empowered me tonight.
Right.
Y'all
That's
don't make me cry tonight. I don't think I cried on live yet. I probably didn't cry like through my text messages, texting Amber and CC, because when I made that post that I wanted to, because I saw other ladies like doing, oh God, doing RV groups,
Sorry,
and
I'm
I
already
think we was
don't wait.
all just coming from having the flu, and I was in a bad headspace when I even put that post out there, and like my courage of like meeting Amber and CC and talking to them, because I have really bad social anxiety. So even doing this is like a step up for me from what I've been through with my mom and stuff. So I just love this, y'all. Like y'all, like I tell Amber all the time. She be like, "Yeah, let's start." I'll be like, "Yeah, but you helped me grow it. Both of y'all, you and CC, y'all helped me grow it. Y'all took what I wanted to do and like put so much more into it. So I really appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all too for joining, and y'all gonna make me cry. But I just love this because
When I
y'all
say
don't
I am
understand.
shaking.
Like this is what I be wanting. Like this is what I be needing, especially with like going through my grieving. Like just hearing that other women are doing it, and then okay, we gonna
right.
stop.
No, I
Well,
know.
well, I was
This became the real or something, whatever that talk show is.
I was just about to say something and it was gonna get real sad, and I was like, okay. So now you said you want to cry. I'm gonna leave that out.
Rip
But
the band-aid. Rip the band-aid. We got some fun stuff to talk about too.
Yeah, we do, we do.
We can always end it with Alexis doing the draw something on the screen.
okay,
Y'all
but
not talking about me tonight.
but for
That'll
me,
make us laugh.
how I'm dealing with the solo life, um, not to go too much into it, but let's just say I have a lot of generational curses that I'm trying to break from my family. So I really didn't have a choice but to break all ties. So when I say I'm out on the road alone, I really am out on the road alone. There isn't any blood family that I can go back home to. It's this
Mm,
or nothing. So
wow.
when I took that leap, like I said, I just jumped on the other side of that fear. I said, you know what? My people are out there. I just got to keep showing up genuinely, authentically as myself, and they'll fall in my path. It'll be so clear to me that it's meant for me. It won't have to be. I won't have to be sitting there like, oh, am I doing too much? Am I putting too much? It'll just literally, organically, and genuinely happen. And I have to say, like you spoke earlier, these RV parks, even though I haven't come on, gotten to an RV park where people look like me, but it's very welcoming. I had, other than one situation that I felt very unsafe and police had to be called, but other than that, it's been very, very welcoming. And I'm just like, oh my God, like really, there are people out here who are genuine of heart, and they're not trying to play games or do anything like that. So I journal a lot. So I kind of feel like I'm talking to myself in my journal. So that's kind of how I deal with my being when I get lonely. I'm just like, okay, I need to kind of fellowship with myself and check in with myself and like, what am I craving? But when I say the airline miles be going off because I be just like, I got somebody that I'm spending time with, so I'll just hop on a flight. I'm like, oh, I need to hang out. So I kind of like try to balance the two, but I definitely want to say the empowerment. I feel like that sense of freedom and just I, for the first time, am creating the life that I want. It doesn't have to be attached to anything but what me and my cats would benefit us, and that feels so good to me because at the end of the day, when I decide that maybe my body's too old to be messing with this rig by myself and I need to sit my butt down somewhere, I could be like, I live, man. I have so many memories and so many things that I've done. And that's right now I'm living that journey and I'm so grateful for that. So it wasn't too bad.
I love you. Like again, your blessing is attached to your obedience because even as you were speaking, when I say all week, like Amber and Alexa have known, I have been out this week. When I say God has been dealing with me aggressively all week. I have been in prayer every single day. Went to prayer right before this call. We had a word, and the words you are saying is exactly what I've been hearing all week. You're like, make it plain. I need it clear. Like people will get put on my path today. When I kid you not, in prayer night tonight. The lady who always is at the Chick-fil-A that I go to every morning to get when I get coffee and I get like hash browns or something, or I'll mix it up, but I always get coffee. I had no idea she goes to my church.
Wow.
Had no idea. And today, I don't usually go to Friday service. I go to Tuesday service, but I had to work and I had a work event, so I didn't go. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Friday service. Never been to Friday service and had no idea she even goes to my church, and I saw her tonight. Then the lady who was praying over me said the exact words that I was going to say tonight, and she was like, God just wants you, don't perform. Just say it. I was like, what? And then when you said that, and this is my first time meeting you. So when you said that, I was like, all right, she's being obedient. I'm going to be obedient. Because it's literally what I've been praying for all week. And then God was like, all right, you wanted it clear. Here it is. So I just think that, and I think not just the fact that this is Black history on this screen, but just that we can be so vulnerable with each other and still, like, I go back to Amber saying the sexiness of the video, but it's just like the fact that we can still show our softness as women in this RV life, because this is our and I made a post of it last week. Us living in an RV is a circumstance. This is what we chose to do, just like an apartment, just like in a house. But the softness that we continue to carry on ourselves as women in this lifestyle is intentional. I intentionally make content that romanticizes my RV life. Did y'all see me in my dress today getting propane tanks? No. But you did see me make my cup of tea or whatever. And then tomorrow I'll go to church and probably pull my camper an hour and a half, whatever I wore to church tomorrow. But it's just I'm intentional with my softness because this lifestyle we're already looked at. One, Black women gotta be strong, independent, all that nonsense. But then also the fact that we do this RV life also puts that negative connotation on us as well, because now we're just like rough and oh you do this for real, you must have a job. Like, yes, I work in construction, but no, I work in an office. I'm on a plane half the time. I'm on a plane half the time. I work with our small businesses. I speak on panels. But I happen to know a few things of maintenance around my RV life. So I'm very intentional about how my content looks soft because I'm still a woman, regardless of me being Black, regardless of me being American, regardless of me living in an RV. Our softness is intentional. So I love that we were able to have this space to show that side. Like, we are still dealing with we're still dealing with things that women everywhere else are.
Right.
We just happen to live in an RV. Right. And so don't strip us of softness and our gentleness when it's the same. It's the same. So I just appreciate it. I had to say that.
Yes, thank you.
We need some confetti.
Right.
I know. Let me go back to my sound effect.
I will say though, for sure, honestly, being a part of a community like this Like, because my husband always says all the time, like, he's like, every time we go somewhere, he's like, I don't see anybody that looks like us, you know? And so it can be kind of hard because unfortunately our non-melanated counterparts don't understand what that means sometimes. And it's not a sign of like disrespect or like, oh, you just wanted to be about Black people. No, it's because we don't see enough of us. So are we safe? Are we comfortable? It's a whole different mentality, other than what other people don't understand that aren't Black. They don't understand, like, are we safe here? It's like there's still sundown towns that exist, like in 2026.
Virginia.
Like, so that's why we say, are we safe? And then I hate all that. Well, what about the Black on Black crime? That's completely different because there's all races have crime on each other. So let's not do that. I literally these are debates that I have with people on my YouTube channel. They will literally come on there and say stuff, and I try not to give it any energy, but I want to address it now in the like live platform, right? Because people need to understand that us being represented is important. Women, like Cece said, women need to be represented. Oh Lord.
Hear you.
But Black women need to be represented. What was that saying? They say that the Black woman is the most disrespected woman, disrespected on, you know what I mean? And it's because they're afraid of us. Everybody's afraid of us.
And just not being acknowledged. Like we're just,
but it's like afraid of what though? Like, because we're human, we're not, you know, whatever. But it's okay because we're going to show them that we still can do this lifestyle. We can acclimate. We can conform. We can assimilate very easily, and we deserve to be here. We deserve to show up. We deserve everything that we're building for ourselves, our legacies, the things that we didn't grow up with, the things that we never fathomed even doing. Like, my son, he was even thinking about just getting a van and doing it. He's like, I don't have to work hard for all my life paying for somebody else's rent, paying for somebody else's, you know, maybe I want to save some money, maybe and do this and travel and do all this stuff. Like he contemplated it. We talked about it a little bit, but it's a mindset you really have to put in. So it's not so much about us being in the RV per se. It's more so the mindset, because you have to live intentionally. You have to purposefully live small. You have to purposefully be intentional about where you're going to travel. Like, where do you want to go? You have to, there's a lot more things that yes. Is there maintenance? Is there issues? Yes. But when you live in an apartment, when you live in a house, you're going to have issues regardless. You're going to have issues no matter what you live in, unless you're like a billionaire and you have people that can do stuff for you and you don't see issues. But this lifestyle for us is intentional, and we love it because it's so freeing for us. Like, my husband we always joke he was 20 years in the military. To him, that's a life sentence. That's a sentence. That's like a life sentence. He signed his life for 20 years over to the government. Like, he literally did. He had to do what they said, when they said, and where they said. Like, he had to go by what they told him to do for 20 years. When he got out of the military, he was like, "Whew, it feels so freeing." But he's like, "I'm scared because someone say something wrong to me." I'm like, I feel like I'm a pit bull. You know, I've been on a leash for so long, but now I'm free. Someone says something wrong to me, I might bite them. I'm like, it's okay, babe. I'm here for that. I'm gonna make sure you don't do that. But it's the freeing part of it. It's like the like, people always ask us, hey, where are y'all gonna go? Where y'all gonna be in June? Tell us where we need to be. We can just take our house with us. Right. Like, and even if we don't want to take our house, we can hop on a plane. Just because we're in our RV don't mean we can't leave the thing behind.
Yeah. Literally, y'all know when I pull out suitcases, what time
it is. Exactly. Like, we still travel and live life. Like, that's the thing. We still travel and live life and everything like that. And the difference is like, I try to put it in perspective to one of my friends, because she's looking into, she's interested in RV life, but she doesn't understand. I was like, okay, you work 8+ hours a day for a house that you take a vacation to get away from. So you're paying for this house, you're going on a vacation, and you're out of the house working. When you're in an RV, yeah, it might still be the same, but you're taking your RV to go on places, to go to vacation. You're taking your RV. You're taking your bed, your bathroom, your kitchen. You're taking yours. Like, you don't have to pack nothing. You know, everything is there. Wait, I have to ask you guys this question. How many times have y'all gotten in a vehicle and be like, dang, I left this at home, and you forget that your RV is like right behind you?
My dad, so we were camping all, so my family, they all have campers too, and sometimes we go on like weekend trips, and Merlot really needed to be brushed because he had been rolling around in all them leaves, and I was like, dang, did I bring the brush? My dad was like, did you just ask for a brush and you brought your house? I just forgot subconsciously. I'm like, where's the brush? Did I bring a brush?
So we have a couple comments on your TikTok, Cece. Mindset has the shift. Living the McCray way. I'm not sure if y'all follow them, but they are a Black family that their story is very unique, and I don't want to tell them their story for them, but they're so inspiring, and I believe they have 4 kids, and like the way they're doing their lifestyle is so amazing and so empowering. Um, you can follow. They have a YouTube. They have Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. But I came across them like way in the beginning of our journeys, and just seeing how they do their lifestyle. So she understands it, and she was wanting to connect with us, and I think this time kind of got slipped up. But um, yeah, it's Miss Rice. I thought I left my person. It was right behind me. It happens. It happens.
Yes.
It literally, I literally was like, we were driving actually on the way here, and I was like, dang, babe. I was like, dang, I put the package. I thought I put it in the truck, but it's still in the RV. And he's like, the RV's behind us. You do realize that, right?
The RV that's behind us, the one we're towing.
I was like, dang, I need that package. And I was like, he's like, where did you leave it? I said, well, I just grabbed it from the office and I put it in the RV right before, we left. He's like, the RV's right there. And I
three years later, and we still forget. Just like people misplace their keys in their house.
But
like, where did I have it? But they leave their key in the door.
The funniest part to it is, I was towing the RV.
So you put it there and driving it. You're aware of what you have behind you. I forgot you do the driving.
Yes, I do. So I'm all about woman empowerment. When you Kiki, when you were talking about how you were working around all these men, I was in a very male dominated industry as a truck driver. I had so many people say, you ain't gonna be able to back this up. I can count on my hand how many times I had men come out to me and say, "Damn, you back that up quicker than most men do." I'm like, because women, we analyze things before we do it. First of all,
right?
We gonna analyze it. Does this make sense? We ain't just gonna do it. You know what I mean? We're gonna what makes sense?
Left to go right to go
right.
I get at work all the time. Oh, you do, like, once they find out I RV, then like they're always showing my Instagram to each other. So they show the Instagram. They're like, my wife can't even back up her car. I'm like, ain't got nothing to do with me. Do not compare me to your wife. This is 35 feet.
yes, definitely.
Relax. Her Nissan Altima will be just fine. Relax.
And the thing is, though, too, like especially when I first started trucking, and then we started talking. We got our RV before I left trucking. So I did trial trips just to see what it was like. And I had women saying like, "You need to teach us how to back," and I'm like, I don't have the patience. I'm sorry. I love people. I was a CDL instructor, and I only agreed to train females because men have, for some reason, they have an inferiority complex and don't want to listen to us. But I don't want to teach anybody. I said Cece, I would teach her how to drive stick, only because I think I can I already told her how I am when it comes to train mode. I'm in chain mode. I'm teaching. I'm very military with that. We can have fun everywhere else.
I'm gonna need when I do buy my truck, I'm gonna need one of us to teach me how to drive it and do all that. So
when we all meet up, we should just have a course. Everybody bring something different that you can bring, and we're just gonna teach.
We gotta get Alexis on board to back hers up as well and learn. I mean, I'm gonna tell you this real quick. It's off subject, but I feel like it's a part of the safety thing. Pulling a trailer and backing trailer is just like backing a truck for me. So I have easy ways to help people that don't understand how to do it. And one of the things that I had to tell one of my students, because she could not visualize the step-by-step broken down thing that we had. So I said, when you're looking back, act like you're driving the trailer from the back. Like you're in front of the trailer. So act like if you're looking back, just act like, where do you want? Oh, you want to go to the left? Oh, okay. I need, because your hand's going to naturally go where you want it to go at that point. Okay. And if you keep your hand at the bottom of the steering wheel, and you don't make full turns, people they overcorrect. They overdo it.
I was gonna
It's
say,
just little turns, you
Okay.
know. And always use your space in front of you. Use as much space in front of you before until you don't have any more, because you can always back up. But you don't want to like get yourself into a corner, and always leave yourself a way out. Those are like all my tips. Like I'm the RV park we're at now. I had a blind side back into it, and it's at an angle, so the exit's to the left. It's a one way and a one way in, one way out. I literally have to turn to the right to go to the cul-de-sac. I'm already in my mind thinking when we leave in April how I'm gonna get out of here, because I'm like, I have to have a plan, and it's near a lake, and I'm worried of flooding. So I'm like, I gotta have a plan in case that cul-de-sac floods. You know, you gotta think. You gotta think ahead.
see, I'm not a shopper. I like online shopping, so I need some pointers on picking campsites, specifically the actual site. So I'm an online shopper. So even though the campground I leave for tomorrow, I have been there before. I mean, not tomorrow, Sunday. I've been there before, and because I don't like like when I got my first apartment, I had looked at two apartments and picked one. That was it. Like I literally graduated from college in May, moved into the apartment in June. And I didn't shop. I'm not a
Yeah.
shopper. Like, give me my option. Like, I need a secretary. Give me options, and I will pick from these. So, because I didn't go to the campsite and look for a better site, I am now in the same spot I was in the last time. And it's a fine spot, but it is so tight to get in there. Why did I choose it again? Because I don't know, and I just I did what I know, and I'll be there for like a week.
Oh,
So, and Sunday it's supposed to snow here, but that's what I was gonna say. Like the driving part for me, once I get into the routine of it or the rhythm of it or whatever, and I've been on the road for a little bit, I'm
right.
fine. It's the when I get there that I have to adjust from cruising to who's watching. I saw a video where somebody's like, "Oh, when the new people
Yeah,
come in
everybody,
and you walk." But my thing is, I wanted to comment because I'm like, okay, as a solo traveler, can you record me? Because because I want to post content, but I don't feel like setting up my tripod.
I was just about to ask you, like, I need you.
Record me,
I was
please.
about to ask you, I need you to put your tripod out when you get into that tight space, because you can definitely.
I always forget because I'm like you said, analyzing. I'm already thinking about pulling into the spot, and if I need to back in and stuff, that I forget. Set your tripod up so people can see you backing in. I'll be thinking that. So all y'all who be out there watching campers, if you see that she's alone, well, actually that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
true.
Don't
But
do that. Don't do that. Don't put that on the
like,
Please don't. Please don't.
just leave me alone.
Right.
That sounds weird, but I could use another cameraman. I need to get that drone though. I need to stop
Listen, I
buying
have
that drone.
2 drones. So listen, we talk about sharing gifts. When we get together, electrical tips, electrical work, I am all for it. Drone footage, like
Yes.
I'm your woman. I got all those. So, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, definitely. I learned how to put in one light. So I've been doing all the little lights, but there's some other electrical things that I want to do. So I'm definitely gonna
Yeah.
be getting that. If we could just get a plumber in our group, because I hate RV plumbing. When I had to redo that thing in my last camper, it was easy. This camper, this setup is so annoying. My sister's on my TikTok. When I say we went to Lowe's 6 times in one day because I kept getting the wrong part. I would rather do electrical and not know what I'm doing than to ever do plumbing again. And I know I have to do it because because I have to redo my bathroom. I really want to do something different. So I know I'm gonna have to redo the plumbing in there, but I cannot stand plumbing, especially in RV.
Yep. Yep. Same. Same.
We got some more comments
That
on the
is the one
TikTok.
thing I despise. That was my most disliked feature about an RV is the plumbing.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
How is
Like
that
I have this
been
guy
like
when I moved
next
into to where
Oh, sorry, we're like I think
Where-
we're
I'm sorry,
can you
we're off.
repeat
No, I
it?
was asking how has that plumbing been with connecting to your LAN? Like, are you not having to do it that way?
But when I was at the RV park, Omar was the maintenance man that I would call, and he made good money off of me because I'm like, get somebody else to do it, and he'd be like, listen, use your daughter's bathroom. We have 2 bathrooms on the RV, and mine was just like, I left my mom and my dad there for a weekend, and I had to come back to the mess. I'm like, this is just for a shower and vanity. Do not use my bathroom.
Oh man.
Hilarious. We got some
Ugh.
comments on the TikTok. See, we have Mrs. Wright. We're talking about the driving. She said she's not gonna stunt. She can't handle that 30 foot that well. A stranger had to come get her unstuck. She has a class C, so it's
Ooh.
drivable. But it's just like with anything, it takes practice. Look,
Yeah.
if I had to do a semi combination 75-foot combo when I was a semi truck. I didn't get my license until I was a 25-year-old woman. So trust me, you can do it.
Really?
Yeah,
Your CD,
my
your truck license,
my
or
car license. I didn't get my car license until 25.
oh, because you went right to the military, right?
Huh?
You went right into the military, right? So you didn't
Kind of, sort
need
of like
it,
I
or
was. No, unfortunate story. I basically lost my driver's license because made an irresponsible choice about driving a car without that was uninsured and wasn't registered and got into an accident. So when I was 18, so my license got prematurely suspended and then I ended up going to Germany, having kids. Then never got my license and got my life together when I got back to the States. So, but yeah, like that. I think she can definitely do it. Like I'm all about women empowerment. She can definitely. It's right. You can do it. I'm not gonna let you say you can't do it.
I was trying to see it. What pulled you out, Miss Wright? I'm trying to think. What vehicle pulled you out?
Oh Lord, I think I wonder if she. I don't know. That's weird.
Was it like, I mean, because you know how it's like some RV parks got the tractors that they'll move people's camper around.
There are some people that
Like
do
the
that.
one I'm going to
I have
Sunday
a
is like that.
question.
Like if you
I want to make sure I'm pronouncing. Can you pronounce your name for me? Not Miss Kiki.
Deidre?
Deidre. Okay, I didn't want to pronounce it wrong. I was about to call you Deborah. That's why I didn't want to say it yet. Miss
It,
Deidre.
it's
Did you
Deirdre,
borrow?
but it's
Say it
Deirdre,
again.
but everybody just say Deirdre. I said it's actually Deirdre, but Deirdre, tomato, tomato.
Deirdre.
okay.
Okay.
Deirdre.
No,
With your
we call
land,
you
did
what
you
your name
borrow?
is.
My bad, y'all. I'm over here eating. You bought what is called raw land? Like you had to get all your stuff hooked up and everything.
Yes, but I got blessed. I when I initially was about to go for my electricity, they said it was gonna be like 3,500 plus the cost of the electrician. And I was really cool with my neighbor and his wife, and he was like hearing me talk about it. And he had been cutting my middle portion of my land with his bush hog, not
Mm-hmm.
charging me cutting it or whatever. He was like, I got a pole on my yard, and it has a transmitter up there. You can use that. I don't mind. So I told Alabama Power, and they were like, "Well, I mean, yeah, we can use that," because he was gonna have to cut down like 2 or 3 trees. I ended up paying $207 to get connected to
Wow.
the electricity plus the electrician. So I saved about $3,000 on my electric.
Wow.
That's
I
And
need your
over here
neighbor.
paying thousands
right.
for
So you
it.
know I was crying when I went from off grid to lit. That's why I was standing there when that man hit that button and them trucks got ready to pull out. I was like, "Ooh!"
But I will say this:
That's so
That
funny.
was a
like
blessing.
now we know an electrician personally now. So
Yeah.
Right.
Come meet me in
Can I
Texas.
hit you with that 120V or 12V? What's the
Right. I got
I said my dad. I was like, he was giving me all the numbers. I said, just show me what wires go to what wire.
yeah,
Show me that part. I changed this light, the two over my bed, and the one over there, and I got two more to change. And then I want to put recessed lights instead of
I
these ugly
got
ones up here.
I got a recess light right there. I changed that out. So yeah, I've already been tinkering. Like I said, this rig, I'm just playing around with stuff. So when I get the one that I really want, I can go in and be like, okay, I'm fine tuning everything. So yeah, I unfortunately I am the trade I'm in. I kind of pick up a lot from other trades. So I don't mind plumbing. I don't mind carpentry. So I like even today, I know at the last place I was at, I had my RV skirted. I took the skirt off and got lazy, and my freshwater tank froze. Man,
oh,
I'm un,
I had that
I'm
happen.
under my rig with a heat gun. Like, oh man,
Yep. That's exactly what happened to my neighbors. We were under there with a hickey, and then my dad had a kerosene heater, so we had that pointed underneath the camper. But they had the same
Yep.
thing happen this
Yeah.
winter. I'm like, every winter is
Yeah.
you learn something new.
Yep.
I busted a pipe last year. The water froze, and the spigot just exploded. Like
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah.
And with this, you have to be flexible. You have to just learn on your feet. It's no matter what you prepare for, something's gonna throw a curveball at you. You just gotta be like,
Yep.
okay, well, I'll figure it out. So
That is
yeah.
true. That is true.
But
I
I wanted to. I'm so sorry. I
no, go
wanted to
ahead.
go on a safety tip. So the one
Mm.
bad experience I had at the RV park, and I'll be putting a post on my social media in the future, that it got so bad that the police had to be called. I learned one thing, and I'm not sure if you ladies have done it in the past or need to. Now when I go to an RV park, as uncomfortable as this question is, I say, have you had anyone of African descent stay at your park? Have you had any issues with someone of African descent staying at your park? Because had I done that phone call at the RV park that I had to issue it, I know they would have said, or I would have felt that vibe to be like, nah, this ain't for me. And I would have chosen differently. But every call that I've made since then, and they're like, oh no, we've had somebody here and we can give you their contact information, so they like people who know who people who are true allies will be like, no, I understand that is a very touchy subject for someone in your boat, and they'll be willing to work with you. But that's something that I had to really get over and start asking, be like, listen, I ain't trying to come
Yeah.
here like and be sleeping looking out my blinds trying to see who's gonna come get me. And like I'm such so techie. I got my whole rig camera. Like from right now, I can watch my entire 360 around my rig. I don't play these games, so
Nice.
I
Yeah.
take that, especially being solo. I take that my safety truly seriously. So I just wanted to
Hey.
make sure I put that.
And how long are you usually at your when you're camping? How long do you stay there? Do you do a permanent site? Or are you there for like the 20? I mean, I don't want to get too personal into how you're doing things, but when you're calling ahead for these things, are you calling ahead for like a I'm stopping for a couple of nights, overnight kind of thing, or are you calling like I tend to be there for a while and I would like to know like how does that work for
I
you?
tend to be there for a while because I usually give the places a month or two to see if I the vibe is in my, like if I can catch the vibe. Um,
Hmm.
but I usually if I keep getting a bad vibe, I'll just pick up and leave. And what I'm learning is some of these RV parks know that and they won't give you refunds. So it's like
Mm,
I'm trying to figure out how to go with that because I won't know if I'm welcome in a place until I'm in said place. So I
yeah.
don't like
Yep.
those. I know I said it. And you ladies who have land, oh my god, I love you guys so much. Um, I think for me, my nesting place where I'm gonna end up is having an RV park that's meant for people that looks like us. There's way too many RV parks that are exclusively meant for a certain demographic, and I believe our concerns, although they're not like too much different off the beaten path, they need to be taken seriously and have, like when you call, you pick up, you like, oh yeah, I know I'm gonna be cool there. I can bring my family there and so on
Mhm.
and so forth. So I think that's something that I really want to look into and have that. But yeah, as far as when I travel, I kind of just pick and choose, and I really have no rhyme or reason and where I end up. I'm just like, that seems like a cool place to go. Let's go.
Yeah, if I see it or someone shares like, "Oh, where are you gonna be? Oh, this is a nice one." Like, my neighbors, they travel. So theirs is different. They actually did, sell their house and move into an RV, and their daughter's in college, but she goes to college like 4 hours away. So they do the back and forth to go see her. So every now and then they'll tell me like, if you're gonna be in Virginia, we just stayed here, and this one is nice, and like you should go there. So like that's kind of my if I were to call them an RV app, they're my RV app. Because like I said, I tend to stay in the area where our offices are, or if we are doing work, like the area I'm going to, we don't have an office over there, but we're doing work there. So I'll be there for a week, and then I'll be on a panel in North Carolina. So it's like different. areas where it's like I need to be close to something. So like them being in that, oh, we're traveling to see our daughter because they both have remote jobs, that it's like you be my vet. Like, and you know, they're black, so it's like y'all be my vet that place, you know, and they're best friends with my parents, so I know they're not gonna pick nothing this they not trying to hear my dad mouth.
Right,
So
right.
you brought her where?
You know what that's kind of reminiscent of? Remember? Well, I don't. I can't say remember because I wasn't alive during that time. But you know those traveling books that people that look like us would have to avoid the
Mhm.
sundown towns or know what places
Yeah,
they can go to restaurants.
the
That kind
paper.
of
Yep.
reminiscent of that. Like we kind of have to be like, was you okay? Like, you know what I mean?
There,
Hmm.
there,
How was it?
there actually is
Yeah.
an app. There is actually an app that I found on a Facebook group called the Green Book. And
Yes.
you can look up safe places for us as we're traveling. It's meant for black travelers. It's called the Green
Hmm.
Book. There's it used to be all free, but it got so popular and in demand. So now it does have a small, and I don't mind supporting because it's a black um, creator that developer that developed it. And it really does help out. You can communicate right in the app. You can kind of hear people's experiences and stuff. I'm the same way, kind of. We haven't had any crazy experiences. We've been to Alabama, Michigan, Texas. Like we were up in Michigan, and when I tell you, outside of a few Jamaicans we saw here and there that were there for work, we were the only ones that were leisure for the most times. We were at a very expensive luxury resort. When I tell you, it's like $2,500 a week to stay there. Like, yeah, because they're only open. They're season, like they're seasonal. They
Oh,
literally open from basically Labor Day, I mean Memorial Day to Labor Day is like their busy season. Like it's in the tip top of Michigan, like up by the UP. So it's a very touristy area. When we first pulled up there, my husband like, do we belong? Do we belong? But everybody received us really well. Like we were of
okay.
course, we were like the only couple
Mhm.
there that worked there, which is normal though. Everywhere we go, we really are. But we didn't have any negativity, and it was actually kind of funny because then we started seeing more people that liked us, that looked like us, that were camping. And I mean, they in these big old class A's and huge,
Oh,
like they're. Yeah, I was like, yes, yes, because you only I always see people in North Carolina and Virginia that are like black groups just like doing big huge campouts and stuff. And every time my husband, I said we need to go there because
yeah.
actually we were.
Yes, you.
Yeah, I know, I do. And I
Over.
like there was a for his brother group. You know what I'm talking about, CC. His brother group. They have one every year, and he's like he wants to do it. And it's like it's supposed. I think it's in Virginia this year. Like they changed it around. Like it, but it's not like it's open to anybody for the most part that's a part of that fraternity or whatever. So he's like I was like he's like I want to do it. I was like, well, we got to get to North Carolina, we got to get to Virginia. Like that's where they have all the campouts and all that stuff. But now Houston is starting to be the mecca of our travelers. So
I'm overwhelmed.
well, it's so spread out though, like it really is. But like when we started gate guarding, we started realizing like where the oil fields are way out in the middle of nowhere. So I'm like,
Mm.
those are probably close to sundown towns. So I asked the manager for our company. I was like, hey, question. I'm not sure if you've ever been asked this before. And also I was like, I don't even know if you guys have any other black security guards. And he was like, we have a couple, he's like, he's like, he was very open and honest. And he was like, but he also made me feel more comfortable because he's like, I'm also black myself because I had never met him. It was all over the phone. He's like, I'm half black and I'm half Mexican, and so I understand. He's like, but we go out to these places before we set up. We kind of get the vibe. If you feel uncomfortable, let me know. We get you moved or all that and stuff like that. But it's sad that we have to do that. It's so sad that
Yeah.
we have to do that. It's like we can't even live in our skin. Like we can't live in our skin. Like we can't live in something that we were born as God given. Like
Guys, we
why?
have
Why?
You're
two
so
questions that I just want to ask because it's following what we're talking about, but I want to make sure they get
Okay.
but first, can we all go around and name a few parks you've been to that's good and affordable? So good for us, good in terms of, like let's do the, kids as well, but also affordable.
I can go
I
first. Oh,
oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Your guest. Guest goes
Okay.
first. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So I have one. If you're ever in Hartford, Iowa, it's called River Oaks RV Park. Oh my God, they are super super amazing. For it was my first park that we went to. Very welcoming, very inexpensive. I paid $7.95 a month, everything included, including internet. So it was really really nice, and the spots are super super spacious. You're not looking out your campsite at your neighbor like, "Hey, you making potatoes today?" So it was
Yeah.
really nice. So that's the only one I vouch for. Everything else is a little sketchy. So yeah.
I I would have to say, as much as you said affordable, so I can't talk about the Michigan place. But if you get a chance, because I know it's Lola from Living the McCoy Way. I know that her and her husband, they do work camping. So if you ever need a work camping spot, they got one up in Michigan at the Mackinac Mill Creek. But it's very expensive, but beautiful if you're going there for work camping. But I would say for family wise, our first work camping job was a Jellystone. Everybody thinks a Jellystone resort. No, this is very rustic camping in Alabama. It's right. It's really like 15 minutes from Pensacola, like the Florida border. It's not that far from the beach. It's really really, like, when I say it's rustic, it's very rustic. There's so many trees. It doesn't look like a standard Jellystone when you go in there, and it's like just like water park galore, and it's still very much rustic and like country camping and scenic. If you like the woodsy look, and for all inclusive, like all, like, they have a monthly special for RVs. It's like, I think it's like 650 a month plus electric in the winter for sure. I don't know what it is in the summer, but in the winter for sure. It's really cool. Like I said, that's the one I was activities director at. So that's it's a pretty cool park for, especially for kids. I wouldn't stay there as solo because I mean, outside of working there, I wouldn't stay there because to me it's just, well, I'm gonna go stay at a kids park. I'm like, I need a family needs to have that space, not somebody that don't have no kids. Like,
Right.
I don't need
Sometimes
to
I
go
will
there.
use it. The one I was gonna say is Sandy Ridge in, it's like North Carolina, South Carolina. It's really close to Dublin Winery. And I like that one because it's a resort. It has a huge water park, huge like laundromat. It's got a coffee shop too, and that one is very family oriented. But I like to mix. Now I was telling them in my chat, like, I like a scenic campground. Like, I in the summertime I cannot wait to move to my favorite spot, which is a city park. But the site that I like is right at the water, and I can get on my paddleboard and just go. Like, I don't have to go to a water dock area. I can just go, and I love that one. But I also like some resorts, for like instances like the one I'm going to is a very, it's like, they call it bar. It's got a huge coffee shop on there, huge laundromat. Like, just, it's family oriented, but it's huge. Like, there are different sections, like they call it the ritzy area, where it's all paved and everything. But I like those when I'm working because there are families there, if that makes sense. Like, I try to pick, as a solo traveler especially, like, I try to pick those things for when I'm not going to be there as often. Like, I don't want to put too much, but like in areas where, like, I wouldn't go to my scenic places if I know my camper is going to be unattended because I'm at a job site and it's so sunny. And
Hmm.
so going back to the woods in the middle of the night is just not smart as a little black girl.
Mm.
Um, and so I don't do that. But like when I'm work things where I know I'm like, I'm going to be away for a while, family ones are the ones that I tend to stay close to. One, because I either know somebody that's there full time, or I know the people that work there and I frequent those, which is like also kind of like the beauty about, I don't travel everywhere around the United States. I stay within my 3 states, and I tend to go to the same one, especially if I'm going somewhere like the event that I have coming up that's that entire week. I'm going to be doing the same routine, if not every other day. Then some of the days my routine will switch, but I know people that are there. So it's
Mm.
like I just feel more comfortable versus if I have to go somewhere for a weekend trip, then I'm not going to pick a place like a scenic. I mean, I would pick a scenic one for that because I'm not going to be away from my camper for a long time. But I do like that one. It's really nice, paved lots. It also has tent camping sites too. I think you can rent golf carts there. It's just really open. It's on 300 acres, but they haven't really used all of the
Mm.
space. So it's like they're still building on the site to see what it's gonna look like because it's like family land. So I'm hoping they do stuff like, I mean, I don't care. But it would be cool, like for the kids to have like a huge amusement park, like a Busch Gardens or something, or Kings Dominion, in the back of it, because you have so much land to be able to do like water slides. Like their water park is cool, but having
Yeah.
that in the back of your property would be. I'm
Right.
trying to tell them how to run their business, but you guys
Where's
can't.
where's that park?
Um,
Where's that park you're
North
talking about?
Carolina,
Because
it's North Carolina,
is it South Carolina?
Virginia. Hold on, let me get it. It's like between North Carolina, South Carolina. I mean, Virginia and North Carolina. It's called Sandy Ridge.
Okay, I have a okay. So Miss Wright asked, she said, "Sorry, ladies, I'm fresh to this lifestyle. Y'all saying there are camps that offer work in exchange for stay? Yes, there is. It's called work camping. You can work camp either. We've done both. You get, and I think Alexis' husband did it too, where you can work in exchange for stay, or you can work for exchange for stay and pay. There's also one where you can work for pay. You can work for stay, but you do have to pay a little bit, and they still pay you when you do that, but it's usually I won't work where somewhere I have to pay. Like, why am I going to work here and then have to pay? Like, I'm working. At least give me the, just let me just work for free at that point. Like, don't make me have to give the money you give me
Right.
back to you. Like, that makes no sense. Like that makes absolutely no sense. So yes, it's called work camping. Look into it. I'll make sure to Miss Wright to inbox you some resources. I'm like the summer right now is booming for work campers. It's the busiest season, so there's lots of them. But yes, you get paid to stay. Yeah, it's called work camping. That's actually how we fund our lifestyle. My husband gets disability and retirement, but we don't retire, and we rent out our house, but we don't want to rely on that, because if something was to happen, we don't want those funds to be like, oh well, then we done spent it all. Like, so we're like, hey, well, how can we do this the affordable way? So let's do work camping. Let's work as little or as much as we want. We've had, like, the one we worked at Jellystone, we worked 19 hours a week combined. So that was basically 9.5 hour days, give or take. And we just worked Friday, Saturday from like 8:30 to 2:30 or 8:30 to 3:30 or whatever. And then we had off the rest of the time. And that was just work in exchange for site. Our second gig, we got paid. We didn't have a certain amount of hours to work, but we had to work every other weekend, where we work, like, one weekend we work in the AM and we would split it with another couple and we would alternate. So we worked the first weekend, we would work the second weekend in the PM. And then we had to work Mondays. And then we got an hourly pay. But that wasn't an RV park. That was a city park. So that was a little bit different. They had tent camping and stuff like that. And then our most recent one was in Michigan, where it was like a full-time job, working 40 hours a week, but we got paid. But I will never do we will probably will never do a 40-hour work week, because the whole intent behind work camping is to be able to travel and to be able to explore the area that you're in, not to spend time working. And by the time you get off, you're just tired from working. So
We got two more. Any more recommendations, ladies?
I mean, I've only stayed in one RV park, but on my process of trying to find it, I had been looking in Atlanta in this one particular area, and I knew I was ready to move and leave Atlanta. And when I looked, I was like, uh, uh, uh. Okay, this one look like it's cool for my children to come. And actually, it wasn't any of us, and I can't even do this because baby is pale, but it
Girls.
was no representation up in that thing. But I felt like really, really, really safe there. I didn't have any issues. Very welcoming. It was called River Bay. It's now called Unhitched RV. I feel like I was paying a bit much, but because the internet sucked, I would suggest get you your internet sometimes, because they put you in places where you're trying to get close to the router. But it did include the electricity and the water, and I was right on the lake, so I had the best views for the first year. Like, I love my land, don't get me wrong, and I do have a pond, but it is like when the winter comes, it drains because they close the dam or whatever. So I can't wait till maybe I can find a way to plug it or get some assistance with grants on how to keep that pond together throughout the whole
Mm,
year so you can just sit over there and watch it. But in watching them, I
next
saw
Christmas.
like the truck stop of RVs. I saw the retirement home of RVs. I saw some trailer home of RVs. And I was like, oh, this one is really nice. And it was away from everybody. They actually called the Section 8 side because we were like temporary people. I was like, hold up. But then they had the regular side where it was like people who've been in the same RV park for like 20 years. They've upgraded their RVs. So it was very safe. I didn't have any issues. I remember one time I left and went to Atlanta, and I had just bought generator, and we didn't shut the door all the way and have it made sure it was locked. I was gone for like 2 nights, and I came back home. My door was wide open, and my generator was sitting right in the doorway. And I was like, okay, if that had been Atlanta, if I
Mm.
left a hat on the freaking windshield, my darn window would have been busted out. So I felt very safe out there.
And
Um,
that was in Atlanta.
no, this was in. I mean, that was in Alabama when I just
Alabama.
my
The one you
because
like is
people would actually come into my thing because we didn't have a gate yet, and people would come there to put their boats into the lake. Um, but it was like not so many random people you would know who they were because it was people. But I felt very safe there. I, I mean, you might call me crazy, but half the times when I would leave, if I had to run somewhere, I didn't even have to lock my car door when I come home. Like I didn't feel people like, and even across the way from the lake on the other side of the lake, there was a certain kind of flag over there.
mm.
And
One of those in
when
Virginia.
people would come and visit me, they were like, "What the hell?" I mean, excuse me,
Mm.
what the? And I'd be like, "They don't bother me. I don't bother them."
Right.
Hey
Stay on
neighbor,
your side of the water. I'm stay on my side of the water.
hey neighbor, but
Right.
they never.
And if
They,
you don't,
you know,
somebody gonna end up in the water. So
I have this little thing for my safety, and I call her my sister,
period.
and she stays on my side.
I got a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
She is definitely your piece of steel.
yeah, that's my sister. They don't even
I
know
got
what I'm
a,
talking
we
about. I'll be
got a
like, "Go, let me get my
Piece of
sister,
steel.
honey. Let me call my
It's nice.
sister."
There you
But
go.
I got a,
Piece of steel. It's like
I keep the
it's
family
it's a
in at
nice.
that point. It's a family in
Hey,
here.
my family
That
coming.
exactly.
But other
that
than
part.
that,
Look, I look at it nowadays. People forgot about what happened in Montgomery, Alabama, a couple years ago with them folding chairs.
they don't try
I need
that
to put one of them in here too.
Listen, listen.
Please
Gosh,
don't try it.
we have an interesting question. But Alexis, did you have a campground that you like that you want to share?
Not really. The campgrounds we stayed at, they cool. Like it's because with our job, we work a 18-week contract, so we don't know where we going next. And when we do find a contract and get approved for it, we got like probably like 2 weeks to find a campground. So most of the campgrounds we want to go to, either they book, or they don't have no spots or room for us. So it's like, dang. But we mainly been doing KOAs, Campgrounds of America, because they more kid got kid stuff. So when we looking for someone that got like a park. We gotta do kid activities so the boys can still have something to do. Now the ones we stayed in there are nice. They fine, but it's not originally where we wanted to go. So
Mm,
They got DoorDash.
yeah.
right.
I stayed camped at one time, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll just bring it to your campsite. What site are you?" I'm like, "What?
Yeah, they pick
Hey,
up our trash. They bring us our Amazon packages. So it's cool. Like I really enjoy it, but the places that we've been wanting to go are way nicer.
Mm, I can't wait to see them." All right, so this one is an interesting question, and before I read it, Alexis, I need you to take a deep breath.
Oh Lord.
A deep breath, because I feel like it's gonna bring up some stuff. But it's an interesting question. I feel like we all might have an answer. I know I have an answer. Have you ever experienced our race not being friendly towards you in the RV space?
I made mine short and sweet. I don't even see me, us, when I was there for a year and a half, at all.
I
I
was
wish I had,
I was just
but
about to say that I have since we've been traveling, I haven't saw any other of us. The
No.
people that we've been bonding with is not my race.
Hmm.
And when we was back in San Antonio, we did have a couple that stayed next to us, but they was military, so they got transferred, and they was a nice family. But other than that, I have not been around us at all.
I would say this: the only person outside of you sisters that I talk to that have RVs is Megawatt. Megawatt's the only one I
Now,
know.
why we end up in our comments talking about Cybertrucks? You didn't call them now. Now he gonna be in our comments talking about
But you
Cybertrucks.
know, he said when his name get mentioned, he just pop up.
He just pops up.
Yeah.
Like he's that important on TikTok that he will.
Hey, it's no different than when your dad popped up though. When I said something, he popped up too.
He
So,
goes in and
but
out of one. But
um, Deirdre, real quick, Mrs. Wright, she missed the name of the park that you said.
It was
that
previously
you were.
River Bay, but it's now called Unhitched, and it's in Lincoln, Alabama.
Okay. Yeah, I think she's looking for different.
It's big and pretty, and like they have ones that have like covered covers with the patio with the ceiling fans. Then you got the ones like me. I was just on gravel. Actually, I was on a cement pad. But
Mhm.
they have gravel pads, big lake, lots of water there. That I love waking up to the lake every morning, just listening to the birds, watching
Yeah.
the ducks.
Mhm.
I gotta get me some water, honey. I need some
Yeah.
water.
Yes.
I will say this real quick because it's a little bit on topic about campgrounds. Is people always ask like what kind of campgrounds do you stay at? You have to find out what your vibe. Some people like
Mhm.
trees, some people like resorts. I'm in the middle, but I'm in the middle for more safety reasons of I've worked in RV repair shops and seen trees fall on RVs. So I try to stay nowhere there's trees because it happens a lot more than you think, and especially if you live in it and that happens, I've had to make that call and say, oh, your RV is either totaled or it's gonna be in the shop for about 3 to 6 months. Your insurance doesn't cover this, by the way, because you don't have full time insurance. So, but I like resorts, but I prefer cement, like like pad. But I would love to have nice grass around the
Yes.
side. Like,
Mhm.
I can't stand. I feel like there's more bugs and gravel and dirt than anything else. So, but
Well,
I
you
mean,
gonna,
huh?
so you ain't gonna come visit me no time soon. You always say I get some grass, honey.
I'm not. I'll look. As long as my truck don't get stuck. I'm not saying I won't do it now. We've stayed. I just as long as my truck don't get stuck because our truck is only that's the only downside is rear wheel drive
All
only.
right,
So
darling. I'll pull you out. You don't have to ask.
you trying it? Oh, okay.
Okay, I had to get you from last live. I had to get you back from last live. You was on me and I was just quiet. You was
Dang,
just in it.
you sat on that for a month, sis.
You
Okay.
stood right in there.
I have some grass for you though.
You
I
was
do have some
on my
grass.
floor last live.
Look, I have nothing against fix off and or repair daily. Okay, I have nothing against Ford.
Okay,
I
when you get
don't.
stuck,
I don't.
I'll be waiting. I'll be quiet.
No, it's fine. I don't. I mean, I don't really have anything against Ford. I just don't like their cars. Their cars suck. So their cars
Yeah,
are.
my first car was a '95 Mustang, so I'm
Well,
always.
I will say the Mustangs are nice, but I'm talking about like the Ford Focus, the Fusion, the
I
Taurus.
had a Fusion and I got it all the way to 300,000 miles, so that was a good car, and it was a hybrid. So that's what I'm saying. Some people just ain't built Ford tough. Y'all talk about comfort,
Look, these
and
weren't
I
my
got my car all the way to 300,000 miles. That's a good car.
like I'm saying. Like, these weren't my cars. These were people's cars. Like people that I knew was having issues with these cars. 'Cause I never owned any Ford myself. So. But anyway,
No, back to the grass. So you got grass in Alabama.
yeah. So, but yeah, like we're ladies, we're 2 hours in, so we're probably gonna have to definitely wrap this up. It's been so much fun though. Like we always do like a recap of what every lady took away from the live and everything, and then we will dismiss.
I'll recap since you went first, and I definitely would like if you all Camp Couture, if you could share with me because I want to make sure I know I follow one of y'all. I want to make sure I definitely follow the journey. I just want to thank you all for bringing me up. Like I just initially was doing it, and then like I met Camp Couture, and I just love how she romanticized everything. And I haven't seen much of you all's journey, but just to have the space to be able to speak and share and I don't even know, like, I tried to even go live on my thing. It didn't work out because my internet's been rocky on this one. So I'm excited for the next one. But this is empowering to be able to speak of this lifestyle because it's like with my family, I'm like, yeah, I
What
got
did you
14
do?
man. All y'all need to do is just contribute to put in a little work, get you a house, and y'all can save, So to be in a space where we got the same people who have the same goals, kind of similar goals, been through the same things, and we all are like empowering each other, motivating each other, inspiring each other, I'm for it. So I
Right.
can't wait to be here again, and I appreciate y'all so much for having me here.
So happy
And
you're here.
now you, Miss Kiki.
Definitely pleasure meeting you all. My takeaway, to answer the question earlier, and it kind of rolls into this. You guys are the first ladies of this that I've seen in this real life. So I want to thank you all for just sharing your journey and allowing me to, well, it to be presented, because I can't say I found it. I have no, I don't even know how that all happened. But and thank you also, same thing. Thank you for inviting me here. I watched the first live and I think I was like, I want to be, I want to be, I want to. So yeah, you ladies are amazing, and I really, like I said, I'm interested in to see where this journey ends up. I would love to be on another live wherever I can fit in. I'm gonna get in where I can fit in. So thank you so very much.
And I want to say real quick to you, Kiki, for sure. We chatted about you coming on live, and I know you were very like you were very I guess a little skeptical about like presenting yourself, and I said, hey, we'll work with you.
Right.
We'll work with you if you want to just do voice only and not show your face, because your voice still matters. Even if you don't want to show your face, your voice still matters. And I wanted you to still be a part, like at least come and at least be on the live.
Right.
We reached out to quite a few like we all were sending back and forth. We're always sending videos back and forth of black female RVers, whether they're married, solo, traveling with a group or have a family, whatever resonates with us. Like, oh, check this person out, check this person out. So we kind of went back in that little database and we're like, hey, let's see if they want to come on our live. We want to invite some guests on or whatever. And you reached out, and I was like, when you said that you were willing to even like reveal yourself, I feel honored in that, because that means so much to us, that you see what we're trying to do and you trust us, and this community is doing and it's resonating with the people it needs to resonate to. So the reason you say you don't know how it happened, and or how it happened, is because honestly God made it happen, and he wanted it to happen for whatever reason.
Right.
We might not ever know that reason, but you had a message that needed to be shared clearly with, Cece needed to hear whatever you had to say.
Yeah.
And then just the connections, we all needed the connection. And I appreciate both of you. I watched your stuff. Cece's always talking about you, Deirdre. She's always saying, oh, Deirdre this, Deirdre that, Deirdre this. Every time she says something, I always miss your lives. But I do go and I look at your stuff. I'm almost like, man, I never really wanted to be a landowner, but you're kind of you and Alexis are kind of getting me on that. Maybe,
I just want to put my horse on somebody's land. We can figure that out.
You can bring the horse. My mama want a horse so bad.
We can share.
But that's my takeaway from this. Alexis?
I think even what I said earlier, like I really do, like it's just I was having a hard time earlier today with how grief just hit you at random times, and I was texting my husband, and I was just like, "Yep, it just hit me." And he was like, he normally likes to be around when I'm in them little moods, like for me to be alone, but just getting on today, like I was getting myself ready early, and I was like, I'm super excited that we got new ladies to join. We, like I said, we a year in now. It just felt really good that I put myself in this position to actually meet people. Like I put myself out there, because normally I don't. I sit back, because what I've been through with even like friends and family, I don't put myself out there no more. It's really hard. So I just want to say thank y'all for joining us tonight. Amber, CC, thank y'all for being there through this whole little year that we didn't been together. I love this live. This live was really good. I took a lot from this live, for real. I really did. Especially Celine. I gotta get with you about that. And I gotta follow both of y'all as well.
Yes.
Thank y'all for
Another
joining us.
Thank you.
Kiki is on Instagram and Deirdre is on TikTok. So
TikTok, Instagram. Okay.
I definitely enjoyed it. I was very excited for it. Like we said in the beginning, I had a very hard week, just with a
I
lot,
know, like you said,
and
you
it was really hard. It was a hard week, and in addition to praying what we already talked about, I just wanted to, like, I didn't want what I was going through to show. And so I was already excited about it, but I was like, let me be excited physically, because I can control my mouth. Excuse me, sorry. Control my mouth, but my face is gonna show. So I was like, let me just be in good spirits about it. So I'm so excited that we did, because we got to show a side of softness and gentleness and healing that we don't have the space for anywhere else. And the fact that we not only made a space for it on social media, in our industries, but also in RV life is very important. And again, echoing what Kiki said, this is Black history. Like we have got to stop painting this narrative of strong Black woman. Like we all were able to share experiences and our strength in different ways, but we also held space to be soft with each other and have some healing that I didn't even know I needed to unpack. Thank you, Lord, for that. But just the fact that like that's been so many years ago, but just never thought to even share it because I didn't think it was necessary. But then your boldness to be able to do that is just like, why not? Like it's been this much time, like why not? But then also sharing like how it is for our V life and how yeah we go through some hard stuff, but so like Amber said, so do people who live in a house, so do people who live in an apartment. Like we don't always have to be the one. I think that's the part, and Amber and I have had this conversation all the time where I'm just like, I'm not the 10 tips for your RV living. It's not me. And I feel like we have enough people talking about that why does the Black woman have to be the one complaining about her RV life that she chose?
Yeah.
Right.
No, you're not gonna see me so upset. Like literally, I told them, huh?
Be the angry Black woman.
Right,
Well,
and it's like
that
I
whole
chose this lifestyle. Of course I'm mad, but I tell Amber all the time. I'm like I'm such a do it and fix it person because I'm solo or I'm on the phone calling my dad asking him what do I need to pick up from Lowe's that I don't think to record. But it's like even if I didn't, that's not even my content. I'm gonna show y'all a
Yeah.
couple of things that I if I remember to record. But my content is me showing you how I balance my everyday life in an RV. Just like if I were living in an apartment, I would show you how I balance my everyday life and still, enjoy my space at home. And this is my home. So I just like that we were able to hold that softness with each other, but also show our strength in something other than just for solo being lonely, or something other than I'm a mom with children, or something other than we're retired, we also work camp. Like outside of our circumstances, we're able to show our strength in other ways. So kudos to us.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in for Rollin' With My Sistas. Make sure you're following us on all platforms. Camp Couture, she's on all platforms. The Veteran Nomads on platforms, and the Wells family. Is it the Wells family life for life, or
One of them is for life, and then the rest of them is the Well Family Full Time RV.
Okay, if you go to our the Rollin' With My Sistas platform, you will see all of our we're tagged in a lot of the videos on there. Give us a follow. We're going to try to stick to going live a lot more consistently. Hopefully, we can maybe start doing it every 2 weeks. But right now, we're going to stick to once a month because we don't want to push it. But we are getting our content out there. So drop those questions, those topics. We really want to talk to y'all. So if you want to be a guest, we're going to probably start opening the floor up at least to have more guests. I don't know. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My microphone died. So yeah, we want to definitely make sure that we're out there again. So we outside, sis. That's the topic.
Yes.
That was the for tonight. We outside, sis. So thank y'all for tuning in, and y'all have a good one.